all out them pint bottles out Granny crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga I been ready. Went glass house on every Chevy. In this game I try plenty settings. It's all or nothing how niggas been. God sucker niggas keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish Tech and some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale, and it's always over. Sneak wishing well, I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty no on, kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. Hell, I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go. There we go. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut it live out. What we doing this morning, chat? What we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut it live out. I want to know, will MAGA rally behind Trump or lose the midterms? And is America first or America only? I need everybody to call in. What's going on, Bree? What's up, Erica? What's up, Big Niche? What we doing this morning, chat? We got an action-packed episode. I got some miscellaneous clips. Also, I got this woman, Tara Reid, saying she was, they dropped a little something in her drink at the damn bar, man. She was rugged at the bar, man. Also, we got a clip of Ben Shapiro talking about programming and indoctrinating these kids. We got a clip of clips of women bashing men. This one woman saying she has never met in her entire life a good man. And then we got the AI robots, man. So women and men are going to turn to these robots is what they're predicting. We're going to get into that. Also, we got a couple more, relationship clips. We got AOC and her rise to power. They're saying AOC was an actress. She responded to a casting call and ended up in Congress. That's crazy. Also, we got Officer Tatum stating that he has seen and he is convinced that Candace Owens' life is in danger. Says he has seen the evidence regarding the assassination. I think I seen Poetic Flacco talking about it's like a $1.5 million bounty on Candace Owens. And I'm just going to keep it real. Like rappers, they have like $100,000 bounties, $50,000 bounties. They're saying that they got 1.5 million on Candace Owens, man. 1.5 million on Candace Owens. Double tap the screen, shut it live out, man. We finna get into this action-packed episode. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth, man. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist, alien NPC. Get your ass in. We finna have them conversations this morning. Lala, you got them plain lays ready? Where that baby go there? We intro mode. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Bree.
I told that bitch don't get in my car if it don't come with no neck. I told my niggas I don't like the beef cause that don't come with no chick. I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say they ain't got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Joy. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. Bad bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spray. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you. These niggas broke, I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Talk to blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no D. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good on my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. I call them twin. Bitch, shoot a shoot. One plus one, they equal two. suit. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on him and they tryna get him gone. What you call it, that whack? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we celebrating, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm trying to get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh.
Denzel.
I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, some of your life be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. I normally don't do the music in the morning. The baby go in the morning time. It's really a nighttime show, but I was trying to let some people get in here. Denzel, Baby Go is an artist that I promote, man. He's one artist, man. I don't do music anymore, really, so I have one artist that I promote, and that's Baby Go, man. He's an artist out of Atlanta. But look, we finna get into a chat with the first clip. I saw the first part of this clip, but I didn't watch it all. I think it's a woman complaining, man, to her husband. I don't know if they did like a wife swap TV show or something. I don't know what's going on. Let's see.
No way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself. What are you gonna do, just stand here? I think you should come in here and help me.
I appreciate the fact that you're this strong woman, but think about making some food, okay? Unless you pay some bills around here, you can't come in and tell the Jackster what to do.
Y'all never baked a cake.
So he's saying as she ain't paying no bills, so she can't tell the Jackster what to do. She said, hey, look, what you gonna do? Sit around and watch me cook for 5 hours, or you gonna come in here and help? He's like, look, man, I'm paying all the bills. Shit, you can't tell me. If I want to come help, I will come help. If I don't want to come help, shit, it is what it is. I want to know how y'all feel about that situation, chat. Who's wrong in that situation, or is it just something that they got to get through and deal with? He's saying that she's not paying no bills, so she should go in there and cook. You know what I'm saying? She says she don't want to slave over a hot stove for 5 hours. Man, who's wrong?
Oh, but I watch shows on it.
Well, watching a show and doing is two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. Plus, you get to eat cake.
There you go.
And this, just break them up.
This looks so satisfying.
Surprisingly, even Jason comes downstairs to join the family.
I couldn't believe that my dad was just sitting there without his phone or anything. He was just watching us, supervising us. He was having a good time with us.
The pace of the home is actually, it's a little different right now. Like I say, it's a little slower pace. It's cool to just kind of settle down and do stuff together.
That's garbage. Jack generalizes everything on male or female. He differentiates everything based on what gender you are, and it sucks.
All right, man. So that's a conversation about gender roles. Y'all know I'm from the South, so when it comes to gender roles, I kind of got a different opinion on it. Like, it's a difference when there's no kids in the house. Now, when there's kids in the house, you got to come together because those kids deserve a clean and healthy environment. They deserve to be fed and all of that. So when it comes to kids being in the house, it really doesn't bother me. Like, get the shit done. Make sure the kids are taken care of. They got everything that they need to thrive and survive, you know. But outside of, you know, if it's not kids there, then shit, it's a different conversation. Y'all got to have that conversation. Who's going to do what and to what accord, man. All right, chat. So we're going to move on right here. This woman right here is saying that she never in a life has met a good man. So this is going to lead into the robots, into the AI. Before we get into the main topics of the show, man, I hope everybody's having a good morning, whether they're just now waking up or rolling out of bed, or they're already at work, man, and got their day started. I just took my camera off, dude. That is crazy. I just put it on the wrong one, man. Y'all give me 1 second, chat. That's crazy. I just took my camera off, man. No, I just woke up not too long ago.
Absolutely.
Hold on, chat. Let me get the camera back together, man. Let me get the camera back together. Y'all bear with me. Double tap the screen while I get this camera back together. Share the live out, man. I don't care if you share it to your timeline or the last person you text. It all helps. I'm almost done. Oh, and if you're watching on the playback, be sure to comment throughout, man. If you're watching on the playback, be sure to comment throughout. Wow, this is crazy. We having technical difficulties, man. Alright, chat. Okay. This is why I need production, man. This is why I need production. I could get a little, you know what I'm saying? If I had a little production, it would be a little different. You know what I'm saying? A little production, man. But from time to time, you know, players mess up, man. I mess up, chat. I mess up, man. Hey, man, chill out. All right, chat. Here we go. Let's see what this lady. Oh, this the lady that's talking about she's never met a decent man in her life. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, chat. I can't tell her that she has met a decent man. But what I am gonna say is, where are you finding these men? Where are you looking for these men at? Like, have you been open and honest, like, about what's going on? I just don't understand how she says she has never met a good man. Like, never, not one. Like, mate, I don't know.
Man, my entire life, going on almost 32 years, okay? I've never met one genuinely good man. Every single man I have encountered has done something absolutely horrific and minimized it. Every single man that I've encountered is a liar, is a perv, and does not see women as humans. Every single man that I've ever encountered is so far up the patriarchy's booty butt. They
All right, so now I'm gonna stop her there. Now she says every single man she's met is a liar. Okay, she probably has met some lying ass men in her life. She probably has. A perv. She probably has ran around a few pervs. You know what I'm saying? She probably's gotten checked out a few times in her life. You know what I'm saying? But what was the last thing that she said?
And does not see women.
Oh, does not see women as human. Now that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie, bro. That's a damn lie. Men, that not every single man you saying you have not met one man that doesn't think women are human. That's a damn lie. Now, when it comes for the liar and the pervs and shit, okay, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go around nobody that was wholesome. But when you say sees you as human, like, no, you're not getting treated like a dog. You're not getting treated like a cat or an animal. Like, no. Come on, bro. Now, if you say a piece of meat, maybe that was the kind of relationship you wanted to get in. Maybe you was trying to get in a relationship with a man that just seen you as a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that happens. You know, it does happen. It is what it is. But to say you're not human, that's crazy. She's lying.
Humans. Every single man that I've ever encountered is so far up the patriarchy's booty butt. They genuinely think that it's okay for them to not grow past the...
That's what I be trying to say. See, is now that I see where she says every single man I've met is not past the patriarchy. So she's going for a type of man. If she's going for, you know what I'm saying, there are men that don't believe in the patriarchy. There are men out here that say the woman is God. There are men out here that are feminists. There are male feminists out here. So if she's saying every single male that she's met has been stuck up the patriarchy, have you not met a feminist man? Have you not met one of them the men that say women are God? You know what I'm saying? Had she not met, there's a whole section of people out there. See, what she's trying to do is take a masculine man or a man that's with the patriarchy and change him. Instead of going and finding what she truly wants, she'd rather find something that she thinks she wants and change it. You know what I'm saying? That's her damn problem.
The mental age of 12, they genuinely think that having a job is all that they need to do. I have never met a good man. Not my father, I don't consider him a good man. My brothers, really not good men. My ex, baby daddy, not a good man. His dad, horrible man. His two brothers, one of them is halfway decent, but still don't consider him good. His sister's husband, really shitty. All of my male family members, horrible people. All of my past male colleagues, all of my male instructors, professors, all of them are fucking horrible. Horrible. There is no such thing as a good man. And if you think you're a good man, please explain why.
I'm a wonderful man. I am a good man, Chad. I'm a reformed man. I'm a different man. I just probably not a good man for you. That's the difference. See, she tries to say there aren't any good men. Maybe there aren't any good men for you, lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it real. Maybe there aren't any good men for you. In a world of 8 billion people, you're saying there are no good men. Hey, maybe there are no good men for you. You know what I'm saying? What they say, maybe she need to throw a pole out there a little bit more. Maybe she need to throw a pole in the water a little bit more, man. Get out of her little bubble, because what she's describing that she wants, you know what I'm saying, is just a regular man. I don't see how she's having trouble finding it unless she's looking for a certain masculine, blue collar, whatever you want to say, man, and she's trying to change him. That's where she's going to run into a problem 10 times out of 10. People try to change people, you know what I'm saying? And you might think it's for the better, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, open up your mind. But sometimes people aren't ready to fucking change, you know what I'm saying? So you agree to it. And now you upset that he didn't want to be a teddy bear. Stop trying to make masculine men into teddy bears. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop trying to do that. It's cool. It's a whole section of people out here, you know what I'm saying, that are just single, childless. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are single and childless that are feminist or that believe women are God, you know? But that right there leads to this right here. You see this guy, look at how this guy's looking at this damn robot. Look at the lust filled in this robot's eyes and the lust filled in this guy's eyes. Going in like for an awkward first kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's gonna go on. Women are men. It's already sex dolls out here and roses and shit, man. And God blessed us with hands and fingers and stuff as well. But this is what's gonna go on, man. Look at this man, how he's looking at this robot. Look. It's crazy.
I trust you.
You're warm.
I'm a little nervous.
Me too. Oh, hell no. So we started with magazine porn, then we went to the internet, VR, and now we got robots. Just giving men even more reason to not be with real women, because why should I be with a real woman who's probably going to break my heart and who doesn't want me anyway when I could be with a robot? Ah, mate, that's not going to happen. Did you see the look that robot gave him? That was terrifyingly convincing. There's no stopping it, but if it can be stopped, it should be.
I'm gonna play it again, Chad.
I trust you.
You're warm.
I'm a little nervous.
Me too. Oh, hell no. So we started with magazine porn, then we went to the internet, VR, and now we got robots. Just giving men even more reason to not be with real women, because why should I be with a real woman who's probably going to break my heart and who doesn't want me anyway when I could be with a robot? Ah, mate, that's not going to happen. Did you see the look that robot gave?
Man, my gimbal is tripping.
That was terrifyingly convincing. There's no stopping it, but...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there's no stopping it, man. There's no stopping it. I got one more clip in the relationship category, you know, and then we're gonna move on to the politics, man. This is the last one, then we're gonna move on to the politics and the other shit, man, the miscellaneous shit, man. Hold on. I gotta get my gimbal to work, Chad. Alright.
All over his girl best friend that he decided to choose over me. Now, I want to start this off by saying I'm calling off me and my man's engagement when he gets home, all over his girl best friend that he decided to choose over me. Now, I want to start this off by saying I have never felt threatened by this girl, jealous of this girl, and I never felt that their relationship would affect our relationship up until recently. Now, they've been best friends since middle school, high school, whatever, I don't know. And recently, she got broken up with, so she decided to move back here, which is her hometown. So she moved back home. And at first, I'm super nice. I understand what it's like to go through a breakup. We've all been there before. That sucks. So, you know, let's have some girl time. And then we all hang out. You know, I invite her over for dinner. We all go out and get drinks, things like that. And everything's super cool for a little bit. And then it got a little weird. Homegirl would just like overstay her welcome. She never wanted to leave and go back home. She would literally like ask, like, can I...
You said leave women alone. How we gonna leave women alone when we gotta reproduce, man? See, that's why we gonna give way to Elon and them having them robots carrying them babies, man. They're going to be pulling out a little sperm, pulling out a little egg from whoever. Everybody's just going to go busting cups and shit, and then we're gonna have robot pregnant cyborg robot babies delivering these babies to term, man, in the damn see-through baby thing. That's how we're gonna have to repopulate the earth, because women are starting to hate men and men are starting to hate women. You talking about leave women alone? No, get involved. Get involved. You know what I'm saying? Court, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, because the population's gonna decline, and then we're gonna have Elon running around with these robot cyborg pregnant women, man. Straight up, man. Straight up. And they're gonna this is how they're gonna roll it out. They're gonna roll it out like the ultimate cure to postpartum and all of that. You don't have to go, you can have the child without having the problems of the child. You don't have to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? You just give us that egg, and we're gonna go get somebody who busted in one of these cups over here, man. And we're gonna have this surrogate cyborg carry the baby, man. That's what's finna be going on.
So she would stay downstairs on the couch sometimes, because I guess she didn't want to go back home to her parents or wherever she was staying. I don't know. And then it was the constant texts and constant calls to my man every single day, and some of them were calls at 2 a.m. We're not doing that. Where my breaking point kind of was when we would be having intimate time and she would be blowing up his freaking phone. And she would call back to back.
Now listen, so she's saying that this guy, her fiance had a female best friend. The female best friend went through a tough breakup, moved back home. After the female best friend moved back home, they allowed her to, hang out and stuff like that. But she doesn't want to go home. She wants to stay the night, sleep downstairs on the couch. They let her. So now it comes to where they get ready to make it do what it do, try to make some babies, knocking knees, as my mom used to put it. She says the girl starts blowing up his phone. Blows up his phone every time they get ready to have a little one-on-one time. She blows his phone up, man. So she's calling off the engagement, calling off the wedding, because of this. Is just the first of it. I haven't watched this clip. I just seen about 30 seconds into it, but so far that's what we got.
Back, and his phone would be across the room, so we would have to literally stop for him to go end that call, put his phone on silent. You're getting in between me and my man physically now we have a problem. So I told him, I was like, dude, you need to go set some boundaries with her. We're getting married in 2 months. This is getting weird. I'm getting uncomfortable. I've been as nice as I possibly can, but I'm kind of at a breaking point now. So the next day we had a date night scheduled. He told me that right before he left work that he texted her and set some boundaries. I just trust my man, right? I'm like, I don't need to know what he said. I trust him, whatever, cool. So we go on our date night. Everything's great. We go to dinner. We're on the way home, and we pop some spicy cubes. That's our normal nighttime date night thing. And when we pull up to...
What the hell is spicy cubes? Chat, what is spicy cubes? What the hell is spicy cube? We popped some spicy cubes. I'm from the country. I don't know what the hell a spicy cube is. Yeah, what is a spicy cube? What is a spice cubes? No salt blends. Helps promote hormone balance. Intimacy gummies with chili pepper. Oh, it's a honey pack. It's like a honey pack, but it got a little tahini on it. Man, I don't want no honey pack with a little tahini on it, man. A little spicy, a spice cube, man. I don't want no honey pack, man.
Guess
a little
who's
tahini on it.
Literally on our front porch, waiting for us to get home. You guessed it. His bestie. And I'm losing my shit at this point. I'm sitting in this car oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be so good. What?
I don't think she knows she was in the damn poly, man. Yeah, you might have been in a poly and didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? You might have been in a poly. Y'all done juiced up. Y'all done popped the spicy cubes. You know what I'm saying? The honey pack with the tahini in it and shit. He got shorty waiting at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm finna get her off this spicy cube. You just be looking, you know what I'm saying, good, sitting on that porch, and we gonna see where it go. And she wasn't with it. Yeah, I think he might have tried to get you for the okie doke. You might have been in a poly and didn't know it, man. All in your house and shit. It's crazy.
What could she possibly have to say? And she looked pissed. She looked mad. So I let my man, I was like, you know what, you go handle this. I'm going to sit right here because I am trying to hold myself back. You go handle this before I do, essentially. So he gets out the car and I just watch them talk, and she looks like she's having an attitude with him, and then they just hug. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is wild. She drives away and we walk inside the house, and at that freaking point, I'm done. Like, I don't care. My buzz is gone. Yes, I was looking forward to get my back blown out that night. I just didn't care anymore. I'm so irritated. Like, what is going on? This girl is really becoming a problem. So I went upstairs and I told him, I said, listen, I don't need to know what that conversation was about. I don't care. Obviously, she's an emotional wreck, weird state right now. I don't care. But you're going to have to tell her that she's going to leave you alone. Like, you're blocking her. We will figure this out maybe after the wedding, but I'm not going to have this situation happen before. I don't need any negative energy, or I can tell something weird is going on. I just need you to block her. We're done. And he was like, okay. I literally watched this man block her number, right? So we're all good. So then a few days later, we are sitting on the couch watching TV, and I feel a buzz. Not my phone. Look at my man's phone, and I see her name pop up. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, this is done. And what's even more is I went through their text messages that night, and she was basically saying, it's really sad that you and your girlfriend, like the disrespect, have to take spicy cubes to spice up your relationship. You deserve better. Like, you can do way better than her.
Damn.
And then to tell him that she's been in love with him since, like, the 9th grade. Like, I don't care if I'm being a bitch. Call me a bitch. I'm done. I gave him the chance to end that relationship, and he didn't. So he literally chose her over me, and that is okay. That is okay. That is everything. I'm just glad we didn't get married first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am glad that the universe was like, let's have this happen before the marriage, because I would have beat a bitch up. Like, what are we doing? This is insane. So he's going to be home in 20 minutes, and that is going to be a really rough news break for him. Unless, they just end up getting together and they live together happily for the rest of their lives.
I'm telling you, man, y'all was finna be in a poly, man, and you just wasn't with it, man. He was trying to ease you into that poly, it sound like. I ain't gonna cap. Talking about it, it's really sad that you and your man gotta take spicy cubes. Like, y'all could have just brought me in the damn room. That's probably what she was getting at. Like, y'all over there popping spicy cubes when I'm right here downstairs. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here downstairs. That's what the hell she was on, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's what it sounded like to me. I ain't gonna cap. She looked like one of those too. Alright, chat. This woman right here is saying she got rugged, roofied, whatever you want to call it, at the hotel bar. Now, this has happened around me before. Like, I was not to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and a couple of my friends, we went to out in Dallas one time, and they used to have a Ramada. They used to have a Ramada in Dallas off of Linden B. You know what I'm saying? So we was at the Ramada of Linden B, and they had like a little Mexican restaurant downstairs. You know what I'm saying? So we downstairs at the bar drinking and shit. You know what I'm saying? And one of the girls that was there, like, she just got overly wasted. Like overly wasted, like to the point where couldn't walk, couldn't do nothing off one drink. We instantly knew she was drugged. So me and my partner, we went up to the bar, and like, dude had already got off work. Like the bartender dude, like, we like, man, what the hell is going on? What's up with this? Like, it's no way. Like, she already ate and shit. It's no way one mixed drink had her that through. I'm talking about, like, couldn't even walk, like, couldn't even leave the restaurant to make it to where, you know what I'm saying, the room. I like, yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was crazy. So y'all gotta watch these hotels and watch these bars and shit, man. Watch these bars and shit, man.
So I got to the hotel, I checked in, and then I went downstairs for to have a drink and have a cigarette. And I got my drink, and I left down the bar, and I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And there was a bunch of YouTubers there in the lobby, like everywhere. And they were videotaping stuff, and everything was just weird. And then I went back to the bar, and my drink was covered up with a napkin. And I thought that was weird, because I didn't put that over my drink. drink, and without even like finishing my drink, I just like, and before I knew it, I was in the hospital.
Tara,
8 hours later.
Were you actually at the bar? Was your drink on the bar, or were you at a table?
No, at the bar.
At the bar.
At the bar.
So
yeah. I mean, it's just really scary. It's like, it's for all, not just girls, but for guys, for anyone. You have to really be careful with your drink. I mean, for that, it made me pass out for 8 hours. I mean, that's crazy.
So I was going to say, what happened after so you were taken to a hospital?
And I woke up 8 hours later.
Did they
do
anything about your condition, or did they test for any
Did
drugs
they do
that might have been in there?
Did they do a blood alcohol test?
They just said that you were drugged. That's what they said. They said you got drugged last night at the bar.
Did they did they test it to see what drug it was?
No, I didn't ask. Kind of vague. Like, it was all like very blurry. Do you know what I mean? It was like, it was just, it was like, I can't even explain it because I don't even know what happened.
See,
you know what I mean?
the odd thing to me is,
left her drink unattended, came back to a napkin over a drink and still drunk it. She almost let a $5 mixed drink take her off this earth. It's crazy. A $5 mixed drink almost took her off this earth, left it and came back.
if you're going to the hospital in an unconscious state, it would seem they'd want to know what drug it was to know how to deal with it and treat you.
I don't know, because I'm conscious, so I don't know what they did. You know what I mean?
Could have done anything to your ass, man. I believe her when she said she don't know. She was just happy to be alive. She's sitting here thinking a $5 mixed drink almost took me off this damn earth, man. She ain't worried about what was in it. She just know that she alive and breathing and got a second chance, man. She done dancing in them damn bars and clubs and shit, man. She gonna drink at home. That's why I'm finna give me a liquor cabinet in here, chat. I'm gonna give me a nice little bar. Y'all know how Sean Ryan got that big crazy bar in his setup, man. I'm gonna have a little liquor cabinet, you know what I'm saying? You know, with the what do they call them glasses, chat? Where the OGs, they don't never pour they liquor straight out of the bottle. They pour it into another like brown bottle where you can't really see what's in it. It's like the glass, you know, the real thick glass. I need one of those where I pop the top off and then pour it in my cup with the little, yeah, man, grown man, real grown man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get one of those. You know what I'm saying? Have me a selection over here, man. Alright, they say this the Target boycott is supposed to still be going on. This woman allegedly got caught stealing at Target. Target has all of these places have a policy where they're not supposed to touch anybody who's stealing. But allegedly she was stealing and they got her hemmed up against the wall. She's pinned up against the wall, yelling she's scared and you're hurting me. And I want to know how y'all feel about this. Should Target have to pay? Should Target have to pay? Should this manager get fired? Should these security employees get fired? Or should this woman have not went in there stealing and she just needs to be banned from the store forever?
We're just holding you here. Come on. Please, just stop. Please, stop. Excuse me. Please. Other hand. No, we got her hand at Target. Other hand. Please, stop. Other hand. Please exit the building. My son's paying for something. Please exit the building. Please just stop. What is it that you don't want me to see? Are you guys abusing her? No, she's under arrest.
No, it's not called a flask, man. It's not called a flask. It's like, you know, they come in the liquor cabinets, man. It's not a flask. It's like a glass bottle. It'd be a big glass bottle. Then it'd be little glass bottles. Then they had a little shot glasses. It's like a whole kit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a kit. It's not a flask. A flask is like when you low-key an alcoholic and you just trying to drink without getting caught drinking. No, I'm going to be drinking at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be drinking in the studio, you know, with y'all. I don't need a flask. I need a some, you know what I'm talking about. And you said, where did I get that old ass TV from? This TV, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. That's an old ass TV too. I don't know. I'm gonna get a flat screen up there too, but I don't know if I'm gonna put a flat screen. I really wanted to keep the vibe in here like Deer Camp, almost rustic, you know, like an office, but almost like a cross between like a office and, you know, a rustic vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted. That's why I put the old TVs in here. But you see, I got the books on top of the TV to let you know it's not functional. That TV, I'm going to put some magazines on top of that TV. So it's not supposed to look like the TVs are on or nothing. It's supposed to look like the TVs are just, you know, a piece.
Says you heard me, so.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm John. Please exit the
What's
building.
your last name?
My last name is not your concern. Please exit.
Danny, put that back. We're not buying it.
Please exit the building.
Do not touch me.
I'm not going to touch
Do
you.
not touch me.
Give my stuff back here. Please, give my stuff back.
Do not touch me.
I'm not going to.
Y'all said what state? See, when I get this flag up, you know what I'm saying? When I get this flag up, it'll be all good, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my flag put up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my flag put up here. You know, I'm gonna put it on this wall though. I'm gonna put it on this wall over here. So y'all might see the corner of it. It's gonna go over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna put it over there. All right, man. Let's get back into this clip, though. Let's get back into this clip.
We're just holding you here. Come on. Come on. Please, just stop. Please, stop. Please. Other hand. No, we got a target. Other hand. Please, stop. Other hand. Please exit the building.
My son's paying for something.
Please, just stop. Exit the building. Please, just stop.
What is it that you don't want me to see? Are you guys abusing her?
Thank you,
No,
Bree.
she's under arrest.
I understand, but she says you heard me, so.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm John. Please exit the building.
What's your last name?
My last name is not your concern. Please exit.
Danny, put that back. We're not buying it.
Please exit the building.
Do not touch me.
I'm not going to touch
Do
you.
not touch me.
Give my stuff back here. Please, just give my stuff back.
Do not touch me.
I'm not going to touch you.
All right.
Just give my stuff back. I'm not doing this.
Don't touch me.
No, I'm not going to touch you.
Do not touch me or touch my camera.
I'm not touching you or your camera.
Please, my stuff back, please. I want you to know your abuse of her has been documented. So Target doesn't allow filming, but we get filmed.
Y'all think she got a lawsuit, chat? She's screaming, "Oh, you're hurting me. Oh, you're hurting me." They got her pent up in the corner. Two men have this woman pent up in the corner. She's screaming, "Oh, you're hurting me." This man documented it, so he has it on film, so that's gonna let them know, hey, it's CCTV footage too of them getting all up on her, man. She might get some money, man. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, man. I know some lawyers ready to take this case. She finna get some chicken.
Film when we go in Target, right or wrong? I mean, you guys have surveillance cameras, right?
I'm not the right person to talk to.
Okay. What do you mean? You're telling me I can't film?
I'm telling you, you can't film. But as far as our policies, I'm not the right person to talk
You're John, right? The manager here? Okay. Don't touch me and don't walk up on me.
I'm not touching you. Just blocking your camera.
You're blocking my camera, but you film people when they come in here.
It's called a decanter set with glasses. Okay, that's what I need to get. I need to get a little liquor cabinet, a decanter set with glasses. Okay, thank you, Sue.
I need to make sure my son's coming out.
Okay.
He was paying for something.
Yep.
I'm still confused as to what you're doing. I mean, right now I'm not on Target property.
Actually, anytime you're in the parking lot, you're on Target property.
Okay.
But
And the rule is that I can't film?
we're not supposed to film.
No.
What I was more worried about is that you were with her. And she
Oh,
was
absolutely
in
not.
here.
With my son. Nope.
Okay. I was more concerned about that.
No, not at all. But I hear a woman screaming, "You're hurting me." You know.
Make sure you document that she was shoplifting too.
That's okay. She's shoplifting, but that doesn't give you reason to hurt her.
She's
That's
not-
all I'm
she's
saying.
also fighting.
Well, I didn't see that. I will not put the camera away. This is a free country.
She was also fighting, probably because y'all put your hands on her. This is what it probably was. They probably stopped her for stealing. She was stealing over a certain amount. So they was probably trying to, get the police to come up there or whatever and hold her there. So she probably tries to, shake them, and then they put them hands on her, pin her up against the wall, and then that's when the guy starts recording. So that's where the fighting probably comes in. I wasn't there, I haven't seen it, but that's what I'm assuming is that's where the fighting came from. Probably like a resistant arrest. They're considered a citizen's arrest because it's asset protection. They're not law enforcement. Is that considered a citizen's arrest if you're at your job?
And brother, the American government.
All right, this is Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum talking about Candace Owens having a bag on her head. Now I'm finna pull up this Poetic Flacco video. He's saying it's like 1.5 million on her head. I think. I don't know if anybody else has confirmed that's the exact amount, because I doubt that they have confirmed it. He's probably just putting that in the title. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard any other places confirm how much the payment was. But this is Brandon Tatum talking about he has seen the evidence that Candace is talking about, because I seen Benny Johnson saying, hey, look, Candace, we not saying you lying, but shit, put the evidence out there, let us see it. And Brandon Tatum is saying he's seen it, he believes it's credible, you know. Let's get into it.
Government, I don't care how much you don't like Candace, I don't care how much you've been trashing the American government and the FBI, they got to do something. And I'm going to tell you what they will do. It doesn't matter right, wrong, or indifferent. They have to investigate this. I think that if it is found to be true and the proof prevails, which I'm convinced, Candace and the stuff that we talked about, I'm convinced, then that means that there should be dire consequences for the French government and whoever else was involved, the Macrons, whatever, dire consequences. Talking about the American government should go after them like never before. And brother, the American government, I don't care how much you don't like Candace, I don't care how...
I don't know, man. I think they'll put it as a matter of national security. Even if they do find out, you know what I'm saying, there's more to that story, I think they'll label it as a matter of national security. I'm just going to be real, man. I think that trail leads to nowhere. I don't think that they're going to be some big thing where the government comes out and was like, oh, yeah, this hit team hired from France is the one who got Charlie Kirk out of here. This is also the same people that are after the writer that did the the damn biography or whatever, exposing the Macrons or Candace. You know, like, yeah, we're gonna have a big press conference and say that this is what's going on. You know that Tyler Robinson, we're finna let him out tomorrow because we just found out the French government did it. Candace was, she actually had 1.5 million on her head, and that writer did it. The government's not gonna come out and say that. They're gonna put that shit as a matter of national security, and it's gonna be swept under the damn rug if they find anything fruitful from that. Let's be honest. They're not going to get up there and do all that.
Wondered how clowns like this become members of Congress? Are they simply actors or...
This is Alex Jones. He's talking about AOC and her rise to fame. I didn't know AOC responded to a quote-unquote casting call. They said the Democratic Party had a casting call where they wanted over 10,000 applicants applied, and they found AOC. They found AOC out of this 10,000 applicants. This shit is crazy.
Have you ever wondered how clowns like...
Is anything grassroots anymore? Is anybody truly like just coming up from the bottom? You know what I'm saying? City council to mayor to, you know, state representative to... Like, does that happen anymore? Does that happen anymore? I guess not. That's why, you know, I mean, I don't know.
This become members of Congress? Are they simply actors or puppets doing as they're told? Some are groomed from an early age, and some are even chosen from a casting call. Here's how AOC became AOC.
Back in 2016, we put out a call for...
Chris, stop spamming. Damn, I see what you said. American-Ukraine policy shame. I see that. Quit spamming, man. Tell us why. Why do you think it's a policy shame? Damn, quit spamming before I get you out of here.
We got over 10,000 nominations. Out of those 10,000 nominations, we found Alexandria.
Lucky us, by the way. Who is we?
I think we at Justice Democrats have a chance to really transform the Democratic Party.
Look at the absolute dumpster fires the Justice Democrats have given us. The worst members of Congress.
My brother...
Yeah, the squad. All of them.
Every last one of them comes from this one organization. Think about that.
Told me that he had sent my nomination in the summer, but I was like literally working out of a restaurant. And
Sounds like the perfect qualifications for a Democrat House member.
Her profile is not what you think of as someone who should run for
I was
office,
like
right?
literally working out of a restaurant. And
Like you hadn't thought about running for office or anything at that point, right?
No.
You would call people up and kind of walk them through the platform. Every conversation would have a very awkward pitch at the end.
So, do you want to run for Congress, maybe?
She was like, well, would you be open entering this kind of nomination process? And I was like, sure.
She entered a beauty pageant for political puppets.
There were so many other amazing candidates. The entire time I didn't think I was going to be picked.
Sounds like an American Idol interview. This is crazy.
We invited people to an in-person summit in Kentucky when we started getting serious about who we were going to run.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this because it's a bunch of crazy people.
She's finally right about something. The Democrat Party is full of crazy people,
That's wild. Like, they just picked her up off the damn street out of the restaurant, busting tables, and was like, you know what, girl? You got the look. You got the look, girl. We're just gonna get you. We're gonna get you down to Kentucky. We're gonna. I'm gonna make a call, and they're gonna make a call. And out of 10,000 contestants, you just keep that red lipstick and that damn smile on, and we're gonna make it up out of there, man. We're gonna make it up out of there. This is kind of crazy to me. Just that's wild.
and degenerates. No wonder if this is the type of foolishness they do to install their puppet.
Damn, why is my gimbal?
Let's talk about AOC. Here, let's play this AOC compilation of her attacking President Trump and claiming he's a dictator. And then just remember what a nutball she is. And I got another video right here we're going to play after it to remind you that she's literally a casting call. That's how Democrats get their people, is from actor casting calls, and she admits that. I mean, she admits she is a puppet. These people are. So let's also spend some of our time on them. Here's AOC. It's 3:51 long. Let's see.
Be honest, the president's remarks are, I think, indicate a level of instability. It's not just shocking, it's not just offensive, it's bizarre, it is erratic, it's volatile, and I think it indicates a mental state that we should all be questioning right now, whether that's emotional, mental, what have you. The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change.
The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. Sounded crazy. Like, did you even think about what you were saying? Nah, Erica, this is not a tripod. It's a gimbal. It's like a tripod, but it, you know, it moves. It got the AI tracker on it. So if I cut it on, I can move around the room and it'll follow me around the room. But right now I have my device charging on it, so it's knocking the balance of it off. It's knocking the balance of it off because the charge is in there. If I don't have the charger on it, it'll stay balanced. But when I charge it, it knocks the balance off.
Change. Like, this is the war. This is our World War II. It is not normal to make these accusations. It is not normal to invoke these kinds of threats of violence.
Will you condemn Antifa for the attack in Washington? It's easy to condemn a terrorist attack. Will you be condemning Antifa? They firebombed an American facility. Will you condemn them?
Excuse us, we have to get to the next. And it's also not normal to also dramatically misquote, as Carolyn Leavitt was doing, what these members of Congress said. They made a very clear message to U.S. service members, which is that you do not have to obey an illegal order. We have to occupy all of it. We need to occupy every airport. We need to occupy every border. We need to occupy every ICE office. The United States is running concentration camps on our southern border. And that is exactly what they are. They are concentration camps. This is what organizing looks like. This is what building power looks like. This is what changing the country looks like. I'm proud to be a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's
is nothing wrong with working retail, folding clothes for other people to buy. There is nothing wrong with preparing the food that your neighbors will eat.
You're the one saying it's wrong.
I am told this is a garbage disposal. I've never seen a garbage disposal. I never had one in any place I've ever lived. It is.
I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I'm from the country too. She's not from the country, but I'm from the country. So my first spot that I moved in with the garbage disposal, I didn't really use. Listen, Chad, I've had a couple places with dishwashers, and I never used the dishwasher. I was always taught, shit, you was born with some dishwashers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I'm busting suds, and when it comes to the garbage disposal, I was raised, you don't put no food down the sink. You know what I'm saying? You get that, you got a little sink stopper, man, and you just pull that bad boy out, dump it in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Terrifying. I don't know what to use it for. Really think about it. When someone says that it's too hard
She's a little retarded.
to do a green space that grows yucca instead of, I don't know, cauliflower or something, what you're doing is that you're taking a colonial approach to environmentalism. For President Trump to respond so strongly with threats of accusations of sedition and threats of violence, I think indicates a nerve that was hit that I think has been responded to.
You're right. I'm not from the country, Tony. I'm from the woods. It is a different. I'm from the woods.
Completely inappropriate way. Donald Trump is also very old.
Like if we had tribes back in the day based on where people were, located, I would be part of the lumber tribe. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up. I would be the lumberjack tribe. I'm from the woods.
And a racist and a neo-Nazi. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology. My life was threatened. Thank you. President, assisted by members of Congress, incited an attack on the United States Capitol. This is known as an act of insurrection, an act of sedition. And frankly, he is a traitor to our country, a traitor to the United States. And I'm like this, and the door hinges right here, and I just hear, "Where is she? Where is she?" I thought everything was over.
Have you ever wondered how clowns like this become members of Congress? Are they simply actors or puppets doing as they're told? Some are groomed from an early age, and some are even chosen from a casting call. Here's how AOC became AOC.
Back in 2016, we put out a call for nominations. We got over 10,000 nominations. Out of those 10,000 nominations, we found Alexandria.
Lucky us, by the way. Who is we?
I think we at Justice Democrats have a chance to really transform the Democratic Party.
Look at the absolute dumpster fires the Justice Democrats have given us. The worst members of Congress.
My brother.
Yeah, the squad, all of them. Every last one of them comes from this one organization. Think about that.
Told me that he had sent my nomination in the summer, but I was like literally working out of a restaurant. And
sounds like the perfect qualifications for a Democrat House member.
Her profile is not what you'd think of as someone who should run for office,
I was like literally working out of a restaurant.
It's like you hadn't thought about running for office or anything at that point, right?
No.
You would call people up and kind of walk them through the platform. Every conversation would have a very awkward pitch at the end.
So do you want to run for Congress, maybe?
She's like, well, would you be open entering this kind of nomination process? And I was like, sure.
She entered a beauty pageant for political puppets.
There were so many other amazing candidates. The entire time I didn't think I was going to be picked.
Sounds like an American Idol interview. This is crazy.
We invited people to an in-person summit in Kentucky when we started getting serious about who we were going to run.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this because it's a bunch of crazy people.
She's finally right about something. The Democrat Party is full of crazy people, criminals, and degenerates. No wonder if this is the type of foolishness they do to install their puppet.
Everything we do is the tip of the spear. You are the tip of the spear when you spread the word.
Man, yeah, they coming at the Democrats on that one, man. I ain't gonna lie, they came hard at the Democrats Let's get into this other episode, man. I'm letting my damn phone, my device charge.
Ever sue the driver who crashed it?
Man, listen, y'all crash into my car, y'all better not sue me, man. Y'all better let me ride, man. We'll pull that dent out.
What is your view of Fuentes?
I think number one, he's a white supremacist, and I think he's an opportunist that has figured out how to make money being a white supremacist.
Your negligence to acknowledge the fact that his fans, his constituents, have been following him for 10 years. You know, this
what's that got to do with his anti-Semitism?
Hitler had followers.
Nick Fuentes is not MAGA. He's MAGA. He trades in being a subhuman, mentally and conspiracy-minded Neanderthal.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Last night, a grouper called in last night and tried to tell me that I need to join the groupers, and get with that movement. And black people are low IQ. Black people are just inherently not as intelligent, and told me I need to join them in that mission. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, Chad. I was like, bruh, like for you to call in talking about this IQ shit, what you just said made no fucking sense. Like, do you not see who you're talking to? Like, did you had to see the show? You called the number. Did you not? I mean, I almost had to hit him with the Shador. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you not see me?
Knuckle dragger.
He's speaking Generation Z because they feel left out. Housing costs are going up. Trump has betrayed us.
You can't expect me to be
Let's do a different
silent
show for
when
Holocaust
someone
debate.
denies the Holocaust in front of the entire world. And let me just be clear.
I didn't deny
Number
the
one,
Holocaust. I think the number was exaggerated.
You don't give an SHIT about 6 million Jews being killed. We
know how people are killed.
This weekend, the Jerusalem Post published an editorial calling for the Pope to condemn Nick Fuentes. This led as evidence that a man and a movement which many would rather pretend was a purely online phenomenon has become a very mainstream matter. As we've talked about on this show, conservatives are openly split between those who believe the likes of Fuentes should be silenced and ignored, and those who believe the right is now dabbling in its own form of cancel culture, especially when it comes to the other major dividing line of Israel. More to the point, many of the people clutching their pearls on both sides of the argument are failing to ask why he got so popular in the first place, and whether MAGA needed and still needs the movement many would now like to disavow. Well, joining me to debate all this is Jake Shields from Fight Back Podcast, Ben Ferguson, co-host of The Verdict with Ted Cruz, Rabbi Shmuley, author often known as America's Rabbi, and Richard Black, the founder of the Safari Journal Company and a right-wing commentator. Okay, welcome to
America's
Rabbi Shmuley,
Rabbi.
welcome back to Uncensored. Nick Fuentes has...
So if they calling him America's Rabbi, Chad, who's America's pastor? Is it Benny Hinn? Is it T.D. Jakes? Is it Creflo Dollar? Is it Joel Osteen? Is it Joyce Myers? Who's America's pastor if they calling this guy America's Rabbi?
As a growing number of followers, a growing amount of influence, the more people have tried to cancel him, the more his views have become more widely disseminated and the more popular he seems to have got. What do you feel about this? And what do you think should be done about it?
Nick Fuentes is not MAGA. He's MAGIT. He trades in being a subhuman, mentally and conspiracy-minded Neanderthal knuckle dragger. He is utterly ignorant. He knows no history. And his MAGA is Make America German. Amen. He is just using a Hitlerian playbook. He says that Hitler is his hero. There's a lot of similarities, of course. You become famous by targeting Jews. He's not anti-Jew. He's an anti-Semite. He's a Holocaust denier. Hitler traded an anti-Semitism beginning in 1921-22 because it was the way to become the most famous. History has shown if you hate the Jews, Jews are news. So when you ask how did he become so famous, it is specifically his anti-Semitism. The question is he transactionally anti-Semitic or is he ideologically anti-Semitic? I think it's both. But the way he speaks about blacks, that blacks should all be returned to slavery, and that if you go to a black neighborhood, you're going to be stabbed in the neck, that they're all murdered.
And this man gonna call in last night and tell me to join the movement. Like you think all blacks should go back to slavery, and you want me to come over there and advocate for that shit? Like, but I'm low IQ. the lack of common sense is like, damn, like where's the common sense?
Murderers. We've seen this, of course, with Hitler, who wouldn't even shake Jesse Owens' hands when Jesse Owens dominated the 1936 Olympics, winning 4 gold medals. But Fuentes is playing with fire because in the same way the Nazi movement cultivated hatred they could no longer contain, you have Tucker Carlson saying openly that Nick Fuentes is gay, which I couldn't care less. I have a gay brother. But Ernst Röhm, who was the head of the SA, was killed by Hitler in large part because he was gay, and at some point, Fuentes' followers are going to turn on him. Because just like Hitler didn't look Aryan in the slightest, neither does Fuentes. He's not this white Norwegian Aryan Ubermensch Superman. He's actually a short, weird guy, kind of like the way Hitler was. He has all these weird tics. He's famous because
Why he didn't just say he Mexican, man? He said he's not this Norwegian or whatever. Just say he Mexican, bro. Just say it. You know what I'm saying? Just say it. Like why did he lead up with that and then didn't want to say what he was trying to get to the damn point? Just say he's Mexican. He's not this Norwegian whatever. He's Mexican. Like, I mean, it is what it is, man. Just say the shit, man. You ain't had no problem speaking about the black suit. Come on, man. Let's be real.
And at some point, Fuentes' followers are going to turn on him. Because just like Hitler didn't look Aryan in the slightest, neither does Fuentes. He's not this white Norwegian Aryan Ubermensch Superman. He's actually a short, weird guy, kind of like the way Hitler was. He has all these weird tics. He's famous because hatred sells, and hatred towards the Jews sells. And when you come along and you stoke those fires of such incendiary racism against blacks, against Jews, it's going to turn on you, and I think Fuentes is really at risk from his own people. I'm never going to touch him. I wish him a long life and increasing marginalization and invisibility. But I think that his own MAGA movement is going to turn on him.
All right, Richard Black, I can see you pulling some faces there, so you can respond.
Yeah, well, I lost.
Thing about it is, I don't hate Nick. I just look at like what Nick has going on is like over here. What I got going on is over here. Like shit, he does his thing. You know, I'm gonna do mine. But yeah, to ask me to join that movement was crazy, nuts.
Honestly, I mean, I lost count of how many lies that was just admitted. Where do we begin? Obviously, Rabbi Shmuley is part of. Obviously, Rabbi Shmuley is part of the tone deaf majority who are more than likely the cause of the rise of Nick Fuentes. When you start off the conversation with lobbying insults first and foremost, and mentioning something about his height and his looks, you're completely neglecting the fact that at this point, and in my generation in particular, we see this as an emergency. We don't care about what he looks like. Mentioning that Hitler killed Strom because he was homosexual, which is not true. That's obviously a very complicated thing. Or the Jesse Owens statement, which again, I believe Jesse Owens made a statement that Hitler actually called him to congratulate him, and the president of the U.S. at the time did not. So food for thought there. But this is a cheap tactic, and it's one that's been overly used over and over. And I really want to warn people like Rabbi Shmuley and anybody who uses this tactic, because ultimately what you're doing, what you're forcing people to do, is to de-radicalize this movement, de-radicalize these words. When you lobby these words, anti-Semitism, and you say, well, you're not allowed at the table unless you're if you're an anti-Semite. Well, you're putting it on us to first de-radicalize what it means to be an anti-Semite so we get a spot at the table. Nick Fuentes is correcting an imbalance in the conservative.
Last night we had a groyper call in and try to get me to join that movement. So it was just some random groyper. I think he said he was from Colorado or somewhere. I don't know.
That's been going on for 20 plus years. He's pointing out the obvious flaws that we need to pay attention, to pull away from foreign influence and control to become a sovereign nation once again. He's never said anything about putting blacks back in chains. And, if you're going to go off of clip editing and then sensationalism, obviously he's very sensational right now, you're being intellectually dishonest. You're being...
Well, let's play a clip. Let me play a clip of Fuentes, and we can discuss this after we've watched it.
What are all of these groups? Who are these people? What are they actually? The World Jewish Congress, the Jewish Leadership Conference, the Jewish Federations of North America. What are we to make of this? This is totally unique. There is no other group of people that does this. I'm Italian, Mexican, and Irish. Is there anything comparable for any of these groups? Is there a World Irish Congress chaired by billionaires and bankers?
No, I mean, that strikes me as pretty openly anti-Semitic, because of course there are plenty of groups around the world for all sorts of nationalities and religious and ethnic groups. Of course there are. We all know that. So the idea that some...
Unless you black American, it don't matter. Like, if you black American, if you got some black American in you, man, and it shows, man, they're going to say you're black, man.
...is unique to Jewish people is preposterous. The guy is clearly anti-Semitic, isn't he? I mean, there's no even pretends to not be.
No, he's not. He's not. I'm gonna jump in again. I'm sorry, he's not. You're taking a clip out of context. Here's the thing.
What was the out of context?
Well, first and foremost, I'm saying you have to really listen.
Well, hang on, don't. Rabbi Shmuley, let me just handle this.
Rabbi Shmuley, you're
hang on,
representative for
Richie
your
Black,
side.
I'm very
They
curious.
did a real disservice.
Hang on. When you say,
like that
Richie Black, when you say we took it out of context, explain how that was taken. It seemed pretty straightforward context to me.
I'll tell you why. Because, first of all, you're taking it out of context because you have to take in the full scope of everything Nick says, not only in one of his shows, but over the course of time. His fans, the people that are loyal to him.
This is where we're at on the internet. Now, I understand clipping, I understand clip editing, but you're saying that not before we can have an opinion, we not one episode doesn't matter. No matter what he says in this episode, you gotta watch his whole catalog in full to give him a pass. Like, dude, be realistic. Like, everybody's not a super fan. Everybody doesn't have balls in their grip all day long to sit there and just watch every single episode before they gain an opinion, man. He already said, look, we see the clip, you know what I'm saying? Damn, 20 minutes of talking about it, you don't get a scope of what's going on. An hour-long episode, you don't know what's going on. Dude, what?
The people that are
His balls out your head.
First, these aren't people that just showed up yesterday, and this is where you really lose out. Your negligence to acknowledge the fact that his fans, his constituents, have been following him for 10 years.
What's that got to do with his anti-Semitism?
Hitler had followers. Mussolini had followers.
I'm curious. Jake, I will bring you in, and Ben, I will bring you in. But just, Richie, just to be clear, you said that clip was taken out of context. I can't understand how it was taken out of context. It was very straightforward. What was the out of context?
First and foremost, what I'm suggesting is what you're lobbying as anti-Semitism. You're suggesting that Nick hates all Jews? Is that what you're suggesting? Like, what does it mean?
No. Oh my God. No, dude. Sometimes people say fucked up shit. I'm just gonna keep it real. Sometimes people say effed up stuff, man. Sometimes people say effed up stuff, man. And hey, it is what it is. He's not coming out cleaning it up. You know what I'm saying? Kanye said all of that crazy stuff. He ended up trying to clean it up. Now, Nick's standing on what he's saying. So no, he's not saying that Nick hates all Jews. See, that's where the argument goes. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said Nick hates all Jews. You know what I'm saying? He showed a clip. Nick said some wild shit. You're saying it took it out of context. He's like, how is it taken out of context? Oh, you say he hates all Jews? Dude, where did that even come from? What?
Anymore to be anti-Semitic because
if you say you openly love Adolf Hitler, you probably don't care that he murdered millions of Jews.
I would definitely argue if your assumption is that somebody who has any adoration for Adolf Hitler is obviously anti-Semitic, then you yourself have not dived into history and or looked at the subjugation or the persecution of those.
I can't believe we're hearing this. If I love
of course
the Klan,
you can't believe it, because this is a new age. America must rise to the occasion to address the issue of people like you. This is the new age.
Sir, you have told, wait. You have told so many lies. Number one.
See, I see this argument going down. This damn near like I got the black friend argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't hate all Jews. I got a Jewish friend. See, when I grew up, it was that, but you just substitute Jews with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? For that argument, like. I don't hate all blacks. I got a black partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a black friend. Or vice versa. Substitute blacks with whites. I don't hate all white people. I got a white partner. You know what I'm saying? It's just being substituted. It's just being substituted. Shit is crazy.
Adolf Hitler never called Jesse Owens. That is a total fabrication. Wait, that is a total fabrication. Number two. When Nick Fuentes, no. Let me speak, please. Number two. When Nick Fuentes says that there is no other similar group like the Jewish Federation, you don't know how many Irish Americans supported the IRA. You know how many Mexican organizations have Latino congresses.
Listen,
Nick Fuentes
this
is
a
as ignorant as
conversation
you.
about Nick Fuentes and defending America first.
And I am allowed to bring up. Excuse me. And I am allowed to bring up his appearance when he wants white Americans to rule America.
You're talking over each other. Don't talk over each other, please.
No, he won't let anyone speak.
Okay.
If you love Hitler,
If you both talk at once, we can't hear either of you. We can't hear either if you talk at once. December is Heart Awareness Month, which makes you think differently about the busy holiday. Ben, look.
So can that be two things? Can is that true? If you love Hitler, do you inherently hate Jews? If you love Hitler, does that mean you hate Jews? Y'all let me know in the comments, man.
Look, there's a real battle raging within the conservative right in America, and to pretend that Fuentes is not gathering fame, infamy, whatever you want to call it, support, following, notoriety, attention, probably the thing he craves most, and making tons of money out of it, is to put your head in the sand. So he is a phenomenon that is getting bigger, not smaller. What is your view of Fuentes? Obviously, Tucker Carlson sat with him and got criticised for not going hard at him enough and so on. What is your view of Fuentes?
I think, number one, he's a white supremacist, and I think he's an opportunist that has figured out how to make money being a white supremacist.
Okay, I agree with that. I'm just going to keep it real. Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist, which he's Mexican and some other stuff, but he's a white supremacist, and he does know how to make the money. He knows social media. His analytics are probably crazy. 50, 60, 70,000 people watching him on Rumble, where he's probably getting an 85-15 split. He knows he's doubling, tripling down on his hot takes because it's making him money. Same thing with most creators. Most creators do that. It just so happens that Nick does it with white supremacy. Myron does it with his shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, what has Myron been doubling down on? Black fatigue. Steven Crowder, black fatigue. You know, a lot of these people, they double and triple down on these topics. Umar Johnson, doubling down on Pan-Africanism, tripling down on that. Every creators find their pockets and they run with those pockets. So yeah, Nick's a white supremacist, and Nick knows he's making money off being a white supremacist. Is he America first? He has some good takes on the America First policy.
The Jewish issue for just a second. This is a guy a year and a half ago that talked about somebody littering in a neighborhood, saying it's a black guy and it's always black people that do this, and he would kill him with Adolf Hitler. That's his exact words on his show. Quote, "This is my neighborhood. I'm supposed to be mad at Hitler. I'm supposed to be crossed with Hitler. I want this guy dead, and I wish Hitler would kill him. I wish Hitler would have killed him, you know. The guy should be killed. The guy should be killed for what that guy should be dragged from his car and beaten to death by the public. If I was in a room with Hitler and that guy, me and Hitler would team up and blank that guy up. We would kill that guy and we'd high five at the end." So this is an individual who hates anyone that it's not funny when you talk about black, when you talk about dragging a black person and killing.
Don't talk at once. Let Ben finish his point, please.
Let me finish. This is the difference between, and I'm glad that you guys are on the show, because I actually think it does a great service to show the excommunication in the real conservative movement of white supremacists like you guys that laugh about killing black people or laugh about the Holocaust or deny. Let me finish. Let me just finish. You can talk in a moment. You can. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. I go back to the core here with Nick. Nick is an individual that has figured out.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. Y'all know why this shit is going on? Like, why this shit is starting to go on, chat? I'm just gonna keep it real. My generation, bro. My generation did this shit, bro. My generation actually brought this shit mainstream. Like, these are the people I went to school with. Like, every single person on that panel, I can name somebody I went to school with that was like it. I'm pretty sure they can pull up creators or talking heads and be like, I went to school with Plug. He was just like that. You know what I'm saying? Probably. But this is the new media. This is the new guard. And yeah, shit finna get bad, bro. Oh my God, shit's finna get bad, bro. You talking about unapologetic, not caring, hurting feelings, dry humor. Y'all gotta remember, when I grew up, the video went viral. What was that gore video? Two Guys, One Hammer, where they was going around doing those snuff films and unaliving people. Like, we were in 6th grade seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So these people are desensitized. A lot of the group, this shit might get bad, bro. It might get bad.
How to basically use stooges like you guys to make money off of being a white supremacist. He has been excommunicated from anybody that's saying the Republican Party. He is not a part of the Republican Party or movement. There are very few people, and the proof of that is the fact that you can name them. It's Candace Owens, it's Tucker Carlson, it's Nick Fuentes. It's an extremely small group, all of them making money off of, I think, real racists, and gathering them together and then acting as if they have this power. They're just making money and trolling you guys with their white supremacy. So I'm glad that they're being called out. I'm glad that they're being exposed. I think the scary part is they do gather people, just like the KKK did back in the day, just like Adolf Hitler did, just like Mussolini and Stalin and many others have. But the difference here is, at least the conservative movement, many of my good friends in the movement are calling them out on a daily basis because they understand the threat it is to conservatism, and we police our own. So I'm sorry you guys want to be associated with them. I'm sorry that you think the Holocaust didn't happen, or gas chambers didn't happen, or black people should be killed or dragged, or the N-word is appropriate to refer to African Americans. But this is white supremacy.
All right, hang on. I will control the panel. Right, the Jerusalem Post editorial, which teed up this debate, said that Fuentes and Candace Owens represent a direct and dangerous challenge. They undermine decades of attempts at reconciliation between Catholics and Jews, and they prey on young Catholics, offering them a vision that fuses religious identity with outright bigotry. And the longer the Vatican remains silent, the more their poison spreads. Just before I move on to the other panelists, Ben, do you think the Pope should speak out?
Of course. And look, real leaders lead on issues like this, and they don't see how many followers they may gain or lose. I think that's the saddest part about what you're witnessing with not only the Pope and the lack of leadership there, but with people like Tucker Carlson. I think he's been isolated since he lost his TV show. I think he's found a new audience in white supremacists. I think he gives an audience to these supremacists to come on, and he does make a hell of a lot of money. I mean, if your goal is to be a multimillionaire and to stack cash, it works. Candace and Tucker are part of that. Nick is part of that. But there's others that have to call them out and be loud about it. I don't do this because I'm trying to make money. I do this because I love this country. There is right and wrong. There's a line in the sand, and I say to every conservative I know out there, you're either on the side of Tucker and Candace and Nick, and you're a white supremacist that hates Jews and denies the Holocaust, or you're on the side of right and wrong. That's where we are.
All right, let me bring in...
Pierce,
hang on, Rabbi. James Shields hasn't spoken yet. All I would say is...
Yeah, Candace is a white supremacist is crazy.
Look, I would say that I think you said a lot of things there about Tucker in particular. I've just spent some time with Tucker today in London, actually, for his show. And I don't recognise some of the things he said about him, just to be clear.
What though? I mean, he's given an audience.
I don't think he hates Jews, for example.
I've known him.
I don't think Tucker
I don't think he likes them.
I think he hates Jews.
This is what I would say to Tucker. I saw Tucker recently. I've known Tucker for a really long time, Pierce. The problem I have with Tucker is you're dabbling in anti-Semitism by saying, well, I'm
What's
not
up, Darkin?
but let me give a seat at the table to a very large audience of people that are saying it. You're using stooges to say it and giving them a platform. That is no different than giving a safe haven to a terrorist if you're in the Middle East, or to somebody who's killing the Jews when Adolf Hitler was around. You must call it out. You cannot sit there and say, I am not an anti-Semite, but please, anti-Semites, come on my show and let's fester this evil in the world. I will.
But I have a lot of people. I've had a lot of people on this show since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas, for example, who many on the on the Jewish side would say are anti-Semites, right? Simultaneously, those on the pro-Palestinian... Wait a minute, Rabbi Shmuley. Those on the Palestinian side make the same charge against what they say are the Zionist terrorists on the other side. So it depends who you talk to, how these things get categorized.
Here's what I would say. If you have a massive...
Wait a minute, Rabbi Shmuley.
At some point, I
will come back. I want to bring Jake... Look, Jake hasn't spoken yet. Jake, you interviewed... All right, Jake Shields, you interviewed Nick Fuentes a year ago. I want to show a little intro to that interview where you gave your reasons for mainstreaming him, because it's relevant to this debate.
Yes. Guys, I'm here with the notorious Nick Fuentes. It's a very interesting guest because you are so vilified. I kind of believed it and fully believe it. I remember hearing like you're Nazi, white supremacist. The only thing I saw was negativity about you. It was this negativity, and you had no voice. You were banned from literally everything. So then I think I started texting you, got a couple phone calls, and you were so not the guy that I thought you were. And then I don't know, a year ago or something, we met up, had dinner in Chicago, and it was just, you seemed like such a genuine, normal guy, and that's when I'm like, all right, I was completely lied to. I was wrong about this guy. I want to do something, try to help you get mainstream again a little bit, which you are starting to slowly move that direction. I just think it's just crazy how bad they're able to vilify you.
I mean, all I would say, Jake Shields, it's not that crazy when you judge him by what he's actually said on the record. I'll give you some examples. A lot of women want to be raped, but they have to pretend that they don't. Jim Crow was better for black people, but who cares? White people are every bit justified in being racist. Hitler was really fucking cool. He compared the Holocaust to baking 6 million cookies. Now, none of those things strike me as anything but utterly repellent, and yet you decided he was mischaracterized.
Yes, because will you let me talk? First off, I met up to a black friend. You're saying he wants to kill black people. If you watch it,
nah. Why is the dude on the far right in the white collar shirt? Why is he didn't jump to defend that? Why he didn't jump to defend the 6 million cookies, man? Why he didn't jump to defend that? He been jumping to defend every damn thing else. Now he in his phone texting. Now you texting.
They want to be raped, but they have to pretend that they don't. Jim Crow was better for black people, but who cares? White people are every bit justified in being racist. Hitler was really fucking cool. He compared the Holocaust to baking 6 million cookies. Now, none of those things strike me as being anything but utterly repellent, and yet you decided he was mischaracterized.
Yes, because will you let me talk? First off, I met up to a black friend. You're saying he wants to kill black people. If you watch his show, he jokes a lot. Humor, Generation Z. You guys don't understand that. And when he was talking about girls getting raped, he's talking about rape fantasies. 50.
Now that Jake Shields done threw him a damn lifeline, his head pop up. Right. Come on, man.
6% of girls, or maybe it was like 70-something% of girls have rape fantasies. This is the reality. He's not saying he wants to rape girls. The cooking thing, look up the numbers. They say it was, they claim they were burning bodies in 10 minutes. It takes 90 minutes to burn a body now, so there's a little bit of validity to that argument. Nick was nice.
But you're denying that 6 million Jews died of the Holocaust. Are you denying that?
I'm just saying. I'm saying it doesn't match up with the furnaces. I don't know. I'm not making a comment on that. I'm saying there's some holes.
Well, you are. You're questioning the number of people who were killed in the Holocaust. Today's show is sponsored by Oxford Natural, makers of the Optimum Day and Optimum Night all-natural supplements. Thousands would have been acceptable to you.
But it's ridiculous.
How fast would be acceptable to you?
Pierce.
God, I mean, it's scary.
I don't even care about the gas chamber thing.
You don't even care about the gas chamber thing. I think you just expressed a desire you did.
If you were Jewish, you would.
I will let Rabbi Shmuley respond to that point.
Bodies that fast. I don't think they burn. Can I finish my point? I didn't even get to the point I was trying to make. I don't give a shit about the. Yes.
How many people do you think?
You don't give an shit about 6 million Jews being killed. We know
how many people are killed.
We know you don't.
I don't know how many is killed. I don't believe it was 6 million, but I'm not trying to have a Holocaust debate.
That's crazy.
You literally are trying to have a Holocaust debate.
Let's do it different.
You can't expect me to be
Let's do a different
silent
show for
when
Holocaust
someone
debate.
denies the Holocaust. in front of the entire world. And let me just be clear.
I didn't deny the Holocaust. I think the number was exaggerated.
Excuse me, Jake. Give me a moment,
Can we get back to our subject?
Jake, this is not an MMA fight. This is a debate. Number one, Pius XII
I didn't get to finish my point,
remains in ignominy and Pope Pius will not even be beatified or made into a saint by the church because he was silent about Hitler. And now, if Pope Leo, who is Pope,
how many Christians died in World War II? How many Christians died
against Candace Owens, who's a Catholic,
how many
or
Christians
against
died in World War II?
He will immeasurably undermine his moral stance. That's number one. Number two, the utter lies and ignorance of people like Jake Shields. Jake Shields doesn't know anything. If I ask him the names of Treblinka, Majdanek, Gross-Rosen, Bergen-Belsen,
yeah, I know all those.
Stop
on every single one, they keep jumping numbers down.
Jake. Forget how long it takes to burn a body. Let me ask you one question. Since you're a great Nazi lover like Nick Fuentes, why is it the Third Reich? What is the Third Reich? Just tell me, what is the Third Reich? Where's the first two Reichs? What are they?
I'm not a Nazi. I don't know. I have no idea.
No. You have no clue about what even the Third Reich is. There was the Holy Roman Empire, then there was Wilhelm II, then there was... You don't know anything. You're just using something about crematorium.
What I do know, furnaces can't burn bodies in 10 minutes.
What I do know is the reason why you want to minimize the Holocaust.
This isn't what I was trying to talk about. I had a point that I was trying to make.
Is because Jewish life to you is like cattle being slaughtered. In the same way you don't know. In the same way you don't know.
Let me jump in. I'm jumping in. All right, Rabbi Shmuley. I am jumping in. Rabbi Shmuley, let me speak. I would say this, Jake Shields. Hang on. You say you don't want to talk about the Holocaust, and yet you're the one that brought it up. You're the one questioning the number of people who were killed. That is deeply offensive. That is deeply offensive to Jewish people. Well, no, I read you some quotes by Fuentes. Right, but you say you don't want to talk about it, and then you say something you have no basis for your argument. You have no basis to justify your argument.
I have a lot of basis.
Well, you don't actually.
They couldn't have cooked that big cookies.
You don't. And actually, what you're saying...
How many crematorium? He doesn't even know how many...
Please don't all talk at once. Please don't all talk at once, or nobody can hear a word. Nobody can hear any of you. No one can hear any of you if you all talk at once. Now, here's my point. My point to you, Jake Shields, is you said something deliberately inflammatory, which you knew would be deeply offensive.
You brought the Holocaust.
Huh?
Well, the math doesn't add up.
The math doesn't add up.
Can I finish my point that I was trying to make?
This is exactly
well, finish the point you were trying to make.
Anybody who's listening...
You know what? There's a Holocaust going on today in Gaza.
What's the point you were going to make?
Really? There's a Holocaust going on today in Gaza?
Yes.
Which Holocaust?
So we can see.
Wait.
Please stop talking all at once.
See, this is...
I'll let you respond, Rabbi Shmuley. But unless people make their points, there's no point having a debate. So let him finish his point.
Rabbi,
right.
How about we
Please shut up, all of you. Jake Shields, make your point.
May I respond?
I just try to say he's speaking Generation Z because they feel left out. Housing costs are going up. Trump has betrayed us. He said no more foreign wars. What does he do? Bombs Iran. He didn't stop the war in Russia and Ukraine. He allowed Israel to slaughter the most brutal thing we've ever seen in Gaza. He's talking about going to the war with Venezuela. Inflation's up. He's betrayed Thomas Massey and Green. What's he do? He's bringing over tons of visas for Chinese and Indian workers to give away to the high-paying jobs. Regular Americans suffering. The young people, a lot of boomers don't understand. It's tough out there, and he speaks directly to them. And he jokes a lot. He's not a racist. He has his humor. You guys don't get like the Generation Z humor. It's edgier. They don't care about World War II.
I don't.
I don't think saying Hitler was really fucking cool.
Black people love Nick.
Here's the problem.
I will come to each of you, but please let each other speak. Otherwise, nobody can hear you. I can promise you, the viewers at home, if you all start talking, no one can hear any of you. Ben.
Yeah, there's three things here. One, I'm glad that what you just witnessed was said, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier. You have a group of individuals that's very small that is out there saying absurd things like the Holocaust didn't happen, they didn't cook that many cookies, referring to Jewish lives. How long does it take to shoot somebody in the back of the head? You can figure that out. It doesn't take very long. How long does it take to dig a mass grave? How long does it take to do a gas chamber? The idea that you are dehumanizing people that are Jewish,
burn a body, though.
Let him finish, please. They didn't burn 6 million, my friend, and if you actually studied the Holocaust and you understood what happened and you have gone to where this happened, you haven't, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. If you did, you would not say something that's incompetent based on facts. You're saying it based on regurgitating something you heard from Nick or somebody else. Have you ever been to Israel? Have you ever been to the kibbutz? Have you ever been to Germany? You've been to Germany. And you've been to the kibbutzes. And you've been to Gaza, where I've been, and you've seen what happened after. And you've been to where
I wasn't allowed in Gaza, but I've been to Israel.
Okay, so you've been to where people were murdered, Jews were killed in Germany. Have you done that as well?
No.
Okay, so you read it from someone,
1947 after the war,
and you believe that you're changing people's minds by implying that one of the worst moments in the world's history, the extermination of Jews, is something that we should downplay and then say, well, maybe they didn't burn as many bodies. Maybe because they shot them in the back of the head or they put them in gas chambers.
Killed, but it's
clear you think that it's not a big deal.
Why can't? Of course, I think it was a big deal. I'm just saying we should be able to discuss the numbers.
No, I don't. Because anyone watching right now, anyone that's watching right now sees you acting as if this is something that didn't actually take place. That is anti-Semitism, and I would say you respectfully.
How is it anti-Semitism to question the numbers?
Jake, can I ask a question?
Because you're downplaying the Holocaust and the extermination of Jews. You're literally downplaying it and implying
that you should question it. Why is Nick Fuentes obsessed with... Wait, can I ask one question to all of you, please? Why are we talking about the Jews? So I'm being told by Mr. Black and Mr. Shields that Nick Fuentes appeals to... Wait, please let me speak, and I won't interrupt you. I'm being told that Nick Fuentes appeals to a crass generation with an incredible sense of humor about rape and about blacks being criminals and Jews being cookies who were baked, but he doesn't mean it. But he appeals to them because of affordability and because they're being left out, and that was the MAGA movement. How did this come back to whether the Jews, 6 million Jews were killed? How did this come back to the Jews control the banks? How did this come back to committing genocide? Wait. No, don't interrupt me, please. Please don't interrupt me. Nick Fuentes doesn't appeal to any social or economic policies. He appeals to pure, unadulterated anti-Semitism, which is why, if we've been speaking now for 40 minutes, 39 minutes have been about the Jews. I have every right to bring up the appearance of Nick Fuentes when his whole thing is about appearance. White supremacy. Why are white people superior to black people? Let me go on. How does Israel come into this conversation? Nick Fuentes didn't criticize Israel. He criticized the American Jewish Congress. He thinks Jews have no place here. But let me ask you a question. When I say that his movement will turn against him, it will not bring the Jewish community who will bring Nick Fuentes down. He's going to self-implode. He's going to step on a metaphorical grenade. Because, as he said, he's Irish, he's Mexican, he's gay. His people hate anyone who are not part of the Aryan white supremacy, and they're going to turn on him like they did on Ernst Röhm, 1934. Night of the Long Knife.
All right, let me bring in. All right. So don't all talk at once. Thank you. Don't all start shouting.
It's about Jew hatred.
Okay, Richie Black, your response. Mando deodorant is a game changer. I've been using it, and I won't go back. Total freshness, up to 70.
Nick, this is really important as somebody who's Catholic. I have a real big problem with what you just said about him pulling Catholic young men. Or is it Dave or the guy in the middle? I already lost his name. Sorry.
Ben.
What's the guy in the middle? Ben. Sorry.
It would be Ben.
It would be Ben. Okay, sorry. So, Ben, you mentioned that Nick is pulling Catholic young men down the wrong road. You don't know these people.
I didn't say that.
These are my friends. No, you're suggesting that the Jerusalem Post should, in fact, don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you.
I didn't say that. I just said
it was the Jerusalem Post that said that.
Let me make a comment about that.
It was the Jerusalem Post that said it, not Ben.
Thank you. I didn't say that. I was correcting you. So don't put words in my mouth.
Fine, I won't put words in your mouth, but you were defending the position of the Jerusalem Post to do this, right? I know a lot of these young men who have started lost, addicted to pornography, addicted to violence, addicted to all these things that are troubling them. They find Nick Fuentes, they become Catholic. They become confirmed Catholics. They change their lives. They become better people. Some of these people...
Many people that watch him also become white supremacists.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I'll tell you right now. Because
yes, they do. Oh, my gosh. I think that would insult Nick Fuentes.
Let me finish talking. You don't even know what a white supremacist is. I guarantee you. And you know what?
I'm looking at one right now. I'm looking at one right now. I know what a white supremacist looks like.
I almost don't want to correct you because you know what? If I correct you and you eventually figure it out, if you eventually figure out what you're doing wrong, then we will lose in terms of those who are coming up and taking control of the conservative movement because you guys are
You're not ever going to win this battle. As long as I'm right. You are a white supremacist. You said I don't know what one looks like.
No,
you're literally a definition of a white supremacist.
You can't even define white supremacists. And you pick Jake Shields and Rita Brown.
I absolutely can. You want me to say it again?
We have plenty of...
Now we get to a fine line. Okay, dude, you're not. He's saying he's not a white supremacist. Close enough, okay? Like, if you're gonna say you're not a white supremacist, hey, who's to say? I'm not saying you're a white supremacist. Close enough. Straight up, damn.
Black friends.
I got a black friend. I got one black friend. I got a Jewish friend.
No. Well, certainly you're not a threat if you're obviously willing to work with Jewish American voices. Obviously you're not a threat if you're willing to host black people on your show. You have no idea what a white supremacist is. I'll tell you right now.
What is your definition of white supremacist? Someone that wants to kill black people and Jews and anyone that doesn't look like them. What is your definition of a white supremacist?
I will give you the definition if you just shut up. So, moving forward, I'll give you the definition, but let me finish my thought, and I will move to that definition, okay?
You're having to figure it out on the fly?
I don't have to figure it out on the fly.
You don't even know how to
define it? White supremacist. Nick is obviously not a white supremacist. Give it a rest. First of all, a white supremacist is what? Someone who argues that white people are supreme. This is not the conversation we're having, okay? And also,
because you're hanging out with white supremacists.
No. First and foremost, Nick
Fuentes is a white supremacist. I'm not trying to figure that out.
White people run everything. I let you finish. Let me finish.
But you cannot dominate the entire show. Make your point. What's a white supremacist? Say it already. Spit it out. What is a white supremacist? Stop teasing us. You're not a host teasing a commercial. What is a white supremacist, Mr. Black?
Keep going.
Well, let me intervene. Let me intervene, please.
There it is. That's it.
Let me intervene. Let me ask Richie Black. Let me ask Richie Black. Shut up, please. Richie Black, what is a white supremacist?
A white supremacist is somebody who believes that white people are supreme over all races. Nick obviously doesn't feel that way. I don't feel that way. Jake doesn't feel that way. We are American nationalists, and this threatens you. We're young, and this threatens you. We're replacing neocons, and this is threatening you.
I actually thought you were smarter than this.
America first is on the rise. America must rise to the occasion. And as far as somebody who said he was an opportunist, Nick just started the America First Foundation.
That would be me.
Everyone go donate, by the way.
All right, Jake Shields, you wanted to jump in.
Yeah, I just want to add, if you look at me and Nick Fuentes on Twitter, we are constantly being attacked by the real white...
That pissed Pierce off. And Nick has started the foundation and go donate. That pissed Pierce off. I ain't gonna lie, I could damn near see it in his face.
This is because we're not white supremacists. These people go probably harder after us than they do you guys because they're mad that we're not taking their stance. They're like, oh, you guys are race traitors, this and that, because we stick up for all races that want to have right ideally. We're just sick of Israel. This country gives them billions of dollars. What do? They bomb us, killing 34 Americans. I'm wearing Philip Turney, a real patriot, gave me this shirt.
Finally, God.
Yeah, the truth. The Levant affair.
It's about Jews,
anti-Semitism, right there.
Israel.
All four of you are currently talking.
American traitors that support Israel over America. It's America first, America only. We are sick and tired of working for Israel. We are done serving your country. You should move to Israel.
I got it. By the way, Pierce, can I speak, please, without the interruption?
Oh, yeah, not wanting Americans to be killed. My friends killed 34 Americans were killed, and I'm anti-Semitic. Bring that up.
Please control yourself now. Mr. Shields,
you guys are the ones killing Americans.
Pierce, may I speak?
Yes.
Mr. Shields.
No, go ahead.
May I point out, Mr. Shields, that we're in the 250th birthday of the United States. If France had not come with their fleet to Yorktown, you would be still speaking with a British accent. Democracies support one another, and Israel's the only democracy. But Israel is a tiny, tiny fragment of what American aid goes to. Ukraine has received $100 billion in American aid over the past 2 years. That doesn't bother you. Wait. And you know why? You know why it doesn't bother you? You know why it doesn't bother you? No, but you didn't say I'm tired of the Ukrainians controlling America. You said Israel. Hold on. You are interrupting me. You said then you said that you're sick of my country. I was born in frickin' Los Angeles, California, you damn racist, so
but you
stop
represent
it.
Israel,
Jews
but
can
you
be as
represent
American
Israel,
as you.
but
Now, number two.
But you're not.
Excuse me,
You're
don't
not.
interrupt me. I love Israel with all my heart. Number two, just like Irish Americans still love Ireland. Number two, when you say that someone, Mr. Black, is not a white supremacist because they think that it's about America first, that's pure garbage. You are the Klan. You are Nathan Bedford Forrest. Great. You are the Confederacy. The Confederacy was all about believing, excuse me, that that's the color of someone's skin made them automatically superior. Not their character, not their morality, not their values, not their sacrifice. Wait, and I'll tell you more. And I'll tell you more. And I will tell you more. And Mr. Black and Mr. Shields, you're saying that America is controlled by Israel? Do you know how many 450,000 Americans died?
Obviously, they're controlled by Israel.
Wait, France, Belgium, Holland, the Netherlands, Norway. Why doesn't that bother you?
Our presidents don't go kiss the wall over there.
500,000 Americans liberated Europe.
Don't all start shouting again.
Excuse me,
Can you all be quiet, please?
You just talk.
I want to play another clip. I want to play another clip. Look, I'm going to speak. So, Ben, I want to play a clip. This is slightly changing the topic a little bit. We're still on Fuentes. I want to play something he said about populism and the potential alliance, which we may have seen a bit of, by the way, with Mamdani and Trump in the Oval Office. Let's take a listen.
Why don't we have populist Republicans and populist Democrats that just solve problems? Just solve problems for Americans. And by the way, I am willing to compromise with the left. 100%. I'll work with anybody. I saw the track AIPAC people. It's some progressive woman and some progressive gay guy. I'd work with them on shutting down AIPAC in a second, in a heartbeat. Same goes for Anna Kaspari and Cenk Uygur. They were in favor of democratic populism. They want to deliver health care. They want to deliver education. I would work with them in a second. In a second. A Zohran Mamdani all day.
No, I did think that was interesting in the context of what we saw in the Oval Office with Mamdani and Trump. It was a very unlikely camaraderie that developed after their private meeting, which was then on public display. What do you read into that, Ben? And this theory of the horseshoe effect, that populism on both sides can kind of converge for the greater good of America.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Democrats that say that are full of it, and we saw that from what Mamdani said about the president after that meeting the next day when he attacked him yet again. I think that meeting that Donald Trump had was a smart one. The reason why is I think you meet with people that are politically the opposite of you. I don't care if it's Kim Jong-un or the guy Mamdani. I want to know my enemy. I want to know what they believe. I want to hear what they have to say. And I want to know how to beat them. I think studying people that are completely against you is an important thing in politics. I think it's actually one of the smartest things about Donald Trump is he's willing to meet with basically anyone, no matter who actually says he shouldn't have that meeting. World leaders, whether it's Putin. I think that is a smart move by a world leader. I also think that there's a real threat right now, as we've seen two declared socialists win in major cities in America as mayor, and we're seeing the Democratic Party implode. It is now run by socialists, Marxists, and communists. I've said this on your show, I think, a couple of years ago. The Democratic Party is dead. It has been masquerading as socialist Democrats and communists as Democrats. Now they're just saying, screw it. This is just who we are. So I think that's an important meeting. But the idea that Democrats who just held America hostage and shut down our government just to score political points and literally vote against food stamps for people they claim they want to feed, for example, and they wouldn't pay government workers, would somehow come together and work with Donald Trump, or as Fuentes described it, like that's a pipe dream based in total insanity. The Democratic Party is broken now. They're in their own civil war right now with AOC and the others. And so I can't imagine right now working with them because the party is trying to destroy me. AOC literally is the leader, and Mamdani, and Chuck Schumer isn't extreme enough for the Democratic Party right now. Probably going to lose his leadership position.
But if they're so extreme, if they're so extreme, why was Trump so cordial to him in public? Why did he say?
Because I think sometimes when you meet with somebody you're trying to figure out, you just don't walk in there like it's a fight and punch them in the face. You learn about them and figure them out and see what the real threat is and what they're about. I've debated a lot of liberals who I walk away from and I look at a buddy and I'm like, that person's insane. I mean, I'll do that today. I'll be like, man, I met with a lot of white supremacists today. I learned something about their hatred and their quote, America first. Like, I'm going to take something away from this hour and go, all right, there's a real threat here for people. They're claiming that America first is white supremacy. Like, that's what they're masquerading it as.
I think that Trump.
Not gonna lie, that's how I felt last night with the Grouper calling in, man, asking me, am I America first? And I'm like, bro, look, I'm like, man, listen, he talking about black people have low IQ, and they can't. He's like, yeah, well, it's true. So, yeah, I mean, they are. He's not lying. It's a very fine line. You can get it confused, like, shit. Like, let's be real.
I think that Trump played Mamdani brilliantly.
Yeah, it's such a
Trump played Mamdani like a fiddle. Trump won.
But like, that's what you guys are.
Doing that. Just keep doing it.
Trump won that interaction with Mamdani clearly because what Trump.
One of you couldn't even get my name right, and you're like, the weasel you are. You know nothing about it. You know nothing about it.
Irrelevance is affecting my memory a little bit. You're a nobody.
All we hear from
I'm a nobody now. You're not going to TV for a decade, but I'm a nobody now. Got it. That's good. To be honest with you,
I'm not gonna lie, Ted Cruz might be done, bro. Ted Cruz just got booed off the stage by them Christians over there. Yeah, he might be done, bro. Ted Cruz might be out. I ain't gonna lie.
You're all talking at the same time. I have no idea what any of you are saying.
Pierce, may I say,
we're not. Like, why would you say a ridiculous lie?
MAGA is Donald Trump, and Trump has rejected Tucker Carlson as a kook. Trump has rejected Fuentes and said he called him a kook. Yes, he did on Twitter, on X, and he said that he met Fuentes and he utterly repudiated him, and Kanye won't meet with any of these people. He kicked out Marjorie Taylor Greene with her laser
Marjorie Taylor Greene's gone.
Excuse me, Mr. Black. Excuse me, Mr. Black.
I didn't say
Trump
anything.
is kicking out every anti-Semite and every Trump is kicking out every anti-Semite. Now, excuse me. Now, Pierce, to answer your question, I think Trump played Mamdani like a fiddle. I think it was an act of political genius. What he basically did is understand that Mamdani appeals to only one set of people. I'm not talking to the Islamists who globalize the Intifada. Affordability, sustainability. Here in New York City, where I am right now, it really is an issue. And Trump's whole base are working class people who have been forgotten. Remember in 2017, his first inaugural, the invisible man will be invisible no more. He understands Mamdani has tapped into something. And much better to co-opt that agenda and say that the Republican Party are going to deliver affordability and against inflation and making groceries affordable. Trump is a master tactician. It took a genius to pull off that because Mamdani wanted him to be the enemy, and Mamdani failed. And of course, Mamdani
that's enough. Richie Black, your response.
All right, the truth is on our side. At the end of the day, I'm listening to these guys talk, and I'm thinking there's going to come a day, right, when we do assume power of the conservative movement, and they're going to have to look and say, wow, all these thoughts we had, all these assumptions that we brought up, and all this criticism, we were actually wrong. They weren't white supremacists. They were really aiming to fix the problems that they were faced with. Moving forward, though, I don't know that having this debate is productive when, at the end of the day...
What will you do? When you take control, what will you do? What are your policies? Go ahead. I'll let you speak. You said, what are you going to take control? What are your policies? Baking juice, cookies, just tell me. What are your policies?
I know what you're trying to do. It's the same old trope over
What are your policies, Mr. Black? When you take control, what will you do with America? Go ahead.
I'm just making sure you're done. Are you done? Yeah, I was about to say cut off all foreign aid to Israel and influence from Israel. That would be step number one.
That's $3 billion. That's 0.00001% of the $20 trillion GDP. Go ahead. That's one thing. Next.
Isn't it funny that the minute that we talk about any relationship with Israel, the minute we talk about any relationship with Israel, the moment we talk about any relationship with Israel,
let me finish.
I want to hear what he says.
What's your second policy? You have no policy.
Let him speak, Rabbi Shmuley. We can't hear his policies if you keep talking.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying it's quite funny that the minute we talk about any relationships with Israel, the first thing Rabbi Shmuley does is talk about money.
Say your policies.
You keep speaking over him, so all I do is speak over him.
Yeah, I'm not doing this, Rabbi. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this shouting match. This is exhausting.
He doesn't have
It's not about having policy. I have plenty, actually. But you.
So his whole policy is white supremacy. We're going to put the white people in charge. We're going to get rid of the Jews. We're going to defund Israel.
Let them go, Jake. Let them go. They're really putting the clown mask on. Let them go.
Is all you do. We both been very clear about it. I'm attacked by white supremacists all the time. White supremacists, blah, blah. I named a few. Cut foreign aid, ban APAC from far. There's a couple right there.
There is no foreign aid. Elon Musk ended USAID.
Stop printing money. Stop printing money, which
there is no foreign policy.
There is foreign aid.
There is no foreign aid.
There is foreign aid. You're a liar or you're a
APAC doesn't have to register.
everywhere.
Don't neglect that. APAC does not have to register, by the way. Throwing that out there.
Okay.
Is APAC the Jews? Is that your real
People
question?
like you cause way more anti-Semitism than me, Rabbi Shmuley.
All right. I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
Blaming, it's like, I know. We Jews are responsible for anti-Semitism. My yarmulke, my existence
White
is why
supremacists,
you...
white...
and that's
guys
true.
like you.
Listen. No, I get
Jews.
listen. I asked you for your policies, and the only thing you have is an obsession with me. And you know what it is? You guys are so jealous.
I named a few, but you kept cutting me off, so you didn't name more.
You guys are obsessed
I'm really
with us.
Jealous of you.
You know what? I'm not that important.
Can I say one
All
thing?
right, I want to aim with a final question. I want to aim with a final question for everybody. I want a one-line answer from all of you. All right, Jake, who's going to be the next president of the United States?
Thomas Massey, hopefully.
Ben?
I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea, and I don't think anybody else does either right now. It's way too far away.
Give me a name.
Who's on the short list?
No, who do you think at the moment would be your favorite to win?
My favorite would be Ted Cruz.
Okay. Rabbi Shmuley.
Oh my God.
My good friend Robert Kennedy Jr. I think first of all, he's a great supporter of Israel for all those who hate Israel. I think that I don't agree with everything on vaccines. I'm fully vaxxed, but I think that Bobby does get Generation Z, Generation X. I think he has that mystique.
Ted Cruz and RFK Jr. Oh my God, we're cooked.
Finally, I think he's extremely authentic. But I would also like to see Rubio or Ted Cruz, but Bobby would be my first choice.
Okay, and Richie Black.
What is the question? The question is
who will be the next president of the United States in 2028?
Not who I want, but who I think will be.
Who do you think will be, yeah?
Yeah, J.D. Vance, and I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I gave who I wanted, so...
Okay, well who do you think it'll be?
It'll be Thomas Massey, so I don't... if I had to guess, I'd probably say J.D. Vance too, but
okay, well out of interest, Richie Black, who do you want it to be?
I don't know, it might be Massey though. I think things are changing so much, people are
we'll see. I mean, in a way, we've seen how split the party... We've seen how split the right is in America in this debate.
Secrets tell them. They stole our nuclear secrets.
Okay, Richie Black,
screw us over and
Richie Black, out of interest, who do you want to be?
Obviously, I would vote for Massey, but you know what? At the end of the day, no, I don't. Shut up.
What happened to Nick Fuentes?
You're so annoying. You're such a worm.
Shut up for a second.
What happened to Little Nicky?
Stop talking, okay?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great bit of advice for absolutely everybody on the panel. Stop talking. Stop talking. Thank you all very much.
Pierce funny as hell, man. Alright, Chad, I got the phone lines open if anybody wants to call in, man. The phone lines are open, man. We're gonna take a couple calls before I get to work, man. I gotta do a couple more repairs today, man. I gotta get some shit done today. Yeah, I gotta get some shit done today. Oh, I don't even have the phone line up. Yeah, hold on. Let me get the phone line. Alright, the phone line is open. It's taking a while. Alright, we got the phone line open. Nobody gonna call in? Y'all don't wanna call in today? I had to get back to the chat, man. You say you got a bunch of shit to do and trying to do. Me too, man. I gotta clean out this laundry room, man. I actually gotta call somebody to come have them do some shit I ain't trying to do, honestly. If y'all wanna know the truth, I need them to do some shit I ain't trying to do.
Call from
Dorsey. And then I gotta change this wax seal, put this toilet in. But first I gotta pull the flooring up. I gotta pull the flooring up, put new flooring down, put this wax seal in, toilet, and then I got a deep freezer. I gotta get that deep freezer. I already took it out, but I gotta get it hauled off, and I'm not trying to really fuck with it because it's disgusting. Go ahead, Dorsey.
What's up, plug? Sound like you gonna be busy for Thanksgiving, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Thanksgiving to you. At least you got a house to fix. Don't be sad, nigga. At least you got somewhere to live.
Correct.
Yeah. Man, that's yours. You fixing up your shit. And you think you fixing up your property. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, man, congratulations on that. As far as with this panel and the stuff that they talking, it just shows what a mess United States politics is right now. 4 grown men who can't even refrain from talking over each other. I know it's a heated subject. I know it's a heated debate. But, you know, if you call yourself leaders, then why can't you act like a leader? Why are you acting like rabble out there in the street? Now, with Jake, hey man, Jake is a moron. We all see that, so he don't even count in the equation. As for the rabbi, you're supposed to be a religious leader, man. You're supposed to show some kind of discipline and restraint and stop getting all emotional and shit. I mean, I know you're saying like, oh, Jew this, Jew that, but my whole thing is, look, bro, you're a bad representative for Judaism because you all over the place. You said some things about black people in the past. Forgot. You know, you said a lot of stuff about the young black men talking about they were anti-Semitic and all that. Man, we don't care about none of y'all. We FBA.
Here we go.
Protesting with nobody. That's why we ain't doing nothing.
Thank you, Sue. I'm glad you found the channel today as well, Sue, and subscribe. We go live on most days. Well, we go live every single day for the most part, but right now I am in the process of moving, but I've been trying to stay consistent. But we go live nighttime for the most part, between 9 and 9:30 every night, and then during the morning we try to be here. I try to do 7 o'clock, but that's not always feasible. So sometimes it's between 8 and 8:30 Central Time.
thing is, every time somebody questions the motives of Israel, the rabbi automatically assume that they anti-Semitic.
Correct.
You know, we supposed to just let Israel do whatever they want without questioning, asking questions. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes people annoyed with him. Look, man, we understand. That's just like a black person who always cries racism.
That's what I was finna say, but is that not what they say the black community does? Anytime the whites critique it, they say racism.
Yeah, we do that, and people get tired of that too. But question me, and I give you a valid answer why I feel this. You heard what I said? Feel this way. Then accept the answer of why I feel this way, and don't dismiss my feelings. Understand what I'm saying? It's like when white folks say, well, anti-racism. You know what I'm saying? With reverse racism.
See, I'm gonna say this.
Why do you
I don't have
way?
a problem with other communities critiquing the black community. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with them critiquing it. It's just the fact of it when they become obsessed with it. You know what I'm saying? When they become obsessed with it, it's like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? Have you looked in the mirror at your community? Like, it's some shit. It's some shit in every community that can be pointed out that's disgusting, that's foul, and that's low down. If you want to be real, if we want to stereotype and really get like that, every community got some shit they need to get together. So let's be real.
And that's the beauty of America. So, as much as white folks want to sit up and talk about single mom, Bill Clinton's mother was a single mom. The president of the United States.
You know, he don't count. He from Arkansas.
Bill Clinton was a single mom.
You know, they got a lot to say about
Bill Clinton from Arkansas.
I'm just saying, you know, they got a lot to say about how babies made in Arkansas already. Hold on.
No, man, Arkansas is a cool.
Hey, boy. Go ahead, Dorsey.
I've been through Texarkana. I've been to Pine Bluff. I've been to Fort Jones. I've been through Arkansas, and it ain't no different. Maybe the land is different. Man, the people are still the same. You got educated people, and you got moderate people, and you got uneducated people, and then you have damn idiots everywhere, from California to New York, Alaska to Florida. We have the same people are people all scattered throughout the United States. And it's single moms in every culture. So don't come trying to play like your culture better than anybody else. And then, you know, like Plug say, don't sit up there and point your finger at me, because you know when you point your finger at me, there are 3 fingers pointed back at you. So remember that. And like I said, I stick with women. I love women of all races, all colors. Because women keep it real. Men like to oversee and gloss over things. But women, when things get out of whack, a woman is going to complain about it. Because the most important thing to a woman is her children. All races and all cultures have children. And that's the most important thing. A real man, let's just say it like that. A real man provides and protects his children, just like a mother. We have maternal instincts too. And you know it, because every time you go in that kitchen and you cook for your kids, ain't you nurturing your children? No, don't come with that nonsense. Look at the reality that we're in. Stop with all this fantasy or perceived threats or whatever. The United States has no enemies. We have no enemies. We make enemies. Don't nobody want to mess. We go into other people's countries and start shit.
Sometimes.
Because when we have our things going on, we tell people to stay out of our business. This is American business.
I mean, shit, that way we can't act like people don't come over here and get shit going on. Let's be real. How long? Let me get it off. How many Chinese students we done seen try to smuggle some sort of chemical fungus shit over here to knock out our crops? How many times have we heard about these honeypot traps and spies and shit? How many times have we seen people taking foreign money or backdoor to influence pop? We can't act like it's not going on.
I say something on that?
On both sides. Go ahead.
Okay, can I say it like this? That's white folks' fault. Ain't nobody tell you let them motherfuckers in here. This ain't the one asking people coming over to be immigrants. Black folks is like, keep your ass where you at.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Come on, clubs, the corporations.
Because this is let me push back, because this is why I'm gonna say that's not true. Because how can we say black people don't want that happening, but black people, the black community is the most welcoming community?
Because it's called Southern hospitality.
I'm just saying though. Yes, black people are predominantly in the South. Black people, if you look up where people live by race, predominantly the blacks are condensed to the South. So yes, there is a Southern hospitality aspect to it. But how can you say that we're the most welcoming people, but in the same breath say that we don't want nobody coming over?
We don't want to, because our whole thing is, look, U.S. government vets these people, right? They just go by what that person, the questions that this person answers. They don't hook them up to no lie detector. They don't, see me, my whole thing is, hey man, put the people on the lie detector when you do this.
Thank you, Susu.
Because a person can give you an answer, and, you know, it technically, it passes the test. But in your gut, you know, like, wait, something up with this. And that's how they judge people. And that's how you get in this country. We vet you. But see, we've been just giving out these free passes to all these people from every nation, especially the Chinese, okay, that come from communist China. Now, the Chinese that come from Taiwan.
But you gotta understand too that like communist China is gone. It been gone for 45. It's capitalist China now. Like everybody's stuck on this communist China shit. Like that shit died. Like this is capitalist China, man. Like these and these kids are dying. If it was communist China, it wouldn't be teenagers on the streets starving to death. Like I just seen all them kids out on the streets on that video because they out of the social credit system or whatever it is. Then they just walked up on one dude, he was dead, like starved to death with like a little cup of noodles beside him and some shit. The communist China is gone, man. Okay. This is capitalist China, and you know Evergrande collapsed. Hold on, you gotta go back to like to what 2022. China commercial real estate collapsed. Evergrande lost all them billion. Like the government got some money. Chinese people got some, you know what I'm saying, paper, but it's still fucked up. They recovering. Like the commercial real estate bubble that we have brewing, China already went through theirs like 2 years ago.
So I understand what you're saying, and you make some great points, but you gotta understand. Look, China went through that little brief period of, I want to say socialism, but let's just say capitalism. It enriched the lives of most people, but hey, man, for the people who ain't about shit, you know, we have them here in America. They call homeless. Yeah, you ain't about shit. We don't need you. We ain't gonna go out there and shoot you. We just gonna let you do it to yourself. We're gonna let you do it to yourself. That is how I look at things. Because see, Dorothy a hustler. If I gotta make money, I'll go out there to a wholesale market and buy me a pack of T-shirts and sell that on the street corner.
Shit, like Belly Gang doing it. Belly Gang wrapping up T-shirts like bricks of dope and selling them $100 a pop. white tees, plain white tees for $100, man. And he done made like hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that.
Exactly. So if you ain't got to get up and go or the drive to go out there and hustle up everybody got some kind of skill that they can hustle up money. Out here in L.A., we got musicians who go out on the beach and put their hat out and just perform, and people donate money, paying them for their skill. I'm sure you have seen a couple of times there in Austin.
I'm gonna tell you my story before we get too far off topic. I'm gonna tell you my story. I went to Vegas one time, and I was out there. I think it was Piedmont. Guess where they got the little zip line and all of that. A little dude ran up to me, man. He couldn't have been number about 7, 8 years old, man. I'm talking about it's like 10:30, 11 at night almost. No, it was probably about 9. It's probably about 9 at night. Little dude run up on me and he hustling. You know, he got like a little card game or whatever. And I told him, I'm like, dang, bro, like, how long do you be out here? He was like, shit, I'm hustling. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was grown, like, shit, I'm hustling, man. I gave the little homie $10, man, and told him to be safe, man. That's all I could tell him. But he couldn't have been he couldn't have been 10. There's no way that kid was 10 out there hustling.
I understand. You haven't been to Tijuana, have you?
Nah.
Have you been to El Paso?
I've been to San Diego.
So you ain't never been on the...
I've been to San Diego. I've
been
to El Paso.
On the border towns, right?
Yeah, I've been to El Paso.
Did you see them little kids out there hustling and so forth, selling shit?
No. I haven't been to El Paso. I've been to San Antonio and Lubbock, I think.
So when them kids, just like in the black community, when them young boys seen that mom and so forth couldn't make the money, them young men stepped up.
4MD said young plugs need to be locked up. Hold on, Dorsey. 46MD says young plugs like you need to be locked up. Okay. If that's how you feel, like shit, what, like, now you talking about you're black, we see entitlement. Look, 4MD, I don't know who pissed in your coffee this morning, but I hope they shook afterwards. I really hope they shook. Go ahead, Doris.
So understand this: young men will go out there and mow the yard. They'll collect cans, wash windows, or do whatever it is to help their mom feed the family. You understand where I'm coming from?
Right.
Whatever your hustle is, that's how you bring. If begging, shit, some of them go out there and straight beg. I ain't got no problem with that. But they're trying to help their family survive. So when the world got so cold that they can't recognize when people are starving. You know, starvation don't come overnight. It goes day by day. You slowly starve to death. I don't understand it, you know, I don't want to get all involved, I don't want to get emotional like I was last night. Because I really got pissed off. Because understand this, we got people ain't starving in America, but they dying from exposure. You know what exposure is, right?
Depends on what exposure to what.
To the weather. You know, they out there in the snow.
Oh, the elements.
Yeah,
that happens. That happens where I'm from as well. Like, we probably get, every year it's at least 2 or 3 people that, freeze to death.
Exactly. Don't sit up here and play like you don't see that man laying on the sidewalk. Luckily here, and I ain't bragging about, luckily here in California, it never gets below 46 degrees. So
right, but like a lot of those people too, like, sometimes the shelters or whatever are full, but sometimes those people like don't want to adhere to the shelter rules. So like the shelter might want them there at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? And they want to, they got some shit going on and they come in at 6 o'clock and they don't take them in. Now that might be the night temperatures drop down to some wild shit and they not there in the morning.
Now let me ask you something. You was in Vegas, right?
When that happened, when I seen the little kid hustling, yeah.
Did they tell you about the sewer people in Vegas? The people that live in the storm drains and so forth?
Nah, but what about them?
They got flood control out there in Vegas, right? Well, when it's not raining, those people go under there and live.
I just seen a video. You said Thanksgiving cost you $190. I seen a video from Thanksgiving in the 1990s, I think. They got the whole Thanksgiving meal for like $17. They got everything. It was like $17. I think the turkey was $6 that year.
Yeah. I mean, look at what I'm being 100 with y'all. Hey man, I salute your generation. Y'all got way more obstacles in y'all path. My generation, I'm being real plug. I was 18. Excuse me. When I was 18, my rent was only $63.
Damn, $63. That's a night in the telly, man. You can't even get a hotel room for a night for $63.
And what makes it so bad, plug?
No, I'm gonna keep it real. I believe you, Dorsey, because 2015, when I first I had moved out, you know what I'm saying, early, but like 2015, I would say 2014, 2015 is when like I was out of school and I really just got my first own house that I was renting, not an apartment or nothing. It was $325. I was paying $325, so I believe $63. That was a 2-bedroom
and
house.
understand this, bud. The minimum wage was $2.85. Okay? And all I had to do was work a 40-hour-a-week job, and I paid my rent. 1 week. And eggs was, I think, 33 cents at the time. A dozen eggs was 33 cents. Gas was like hovering around 60, 62, 61 cents. I don't know where it went wrong, bud, because if you look from 1970 to 1990, things still stayed within reasonable. It was reasonable to live. And then all of a sudden now, here is, after Obama, and that's what I'm going to say, after Obama, shit went crazy. It went crazy. You remember when they used to have the dollar meal at McDonald's, Burger King, everywhere.
The dollar meal?
For $1.
It wasn't no damn dollar meal.
Yeah, well, see, y'all don't have Del Taco and stuff like that. Because you could get 2 tacos and an order of fries.
I remember when Taco Bell had the meal deal for like $2.99. You got the drink, the bag of Doritos, and that 5-layer burrito.
Yeah. So as we look gradually, we're looking at the prices, but now all of a sudden the prices have accelerated. Meaning the prices that we're looking at now, we weren't supposed to be looking at for another 15 years. And that's what's messing us up. Excuse me. And they can't say that it's government regulations because Trump cut off all these government regulations. So don't come with the nonsense talking about whether Kevin. No. Remember, they cut all the government regulations. So why is the food outrageous? Now, I can see real estate, all that, because, if you want the convenience of living in the city, you got to pay. Okay? If you want to live in a neighborhood that got 3 Starbucks within walking distance, okay, you got to pay. But for housing, I'm sorry, for housing, man, that's unfair. And then I saw the thing last night. Remember, the guy was talking about, well, I'm only making $500 per building, right? Remember, he was talking about, I have to raise rent, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
I did the math, and I looked it up. the average apartment, single apartment is $3,000 in New York, right?
Right.
Okay, the average brownstone is 4 stories. And the average brownstone has 4 apartments on each floor.
Okay.
Making $12,000 a month per floor. That's $48,000 per month from that building.
Okay, so what? Okay, so that's how much per month? 40 what? 48K.
48,000.
Okay, so what do you think? Okay, so listen, out of that 48,000, he said he was paying what? Like 40, 50,000 in 50,000 in taxes. So let's break that down per month. So that's 5K. Okay, so that's still 5K. I mean not 5K. What's that? But almost 5K a month.
Yeah.
So out of that 48, now you at 42. Now you got to go down to the insurance and you got to go to the water bill for all of them units. That's at least a couple more racks. Let's just put that at another 5 racks. So now you at 38. Then you got to think about you're in New York City and you just built property in New York City. So the property, that shit is high. Getting that land and getting it constructed, his mortgage is probably the other 35,000. Because you got to think he's got a commercial real estate loan. This is an apartment. If it's more than what 3 units, it's a multifamily. So the loan's gonna be different. So he's probably or he got a hard money loan and it's even more expensive. So yeah, I believe he's probably only making $500 the way he getting squeezed.
I understand this. Hey. He's the one who invested in that shit. Did that shit in New Jersey.
I'm just saying though, it would make sense. It would make sense if property taxes wasn't that damn high or wasn't a thing at all, like Florida's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now he's making instead of making $500 per building, he's retaining that almost 5K a month, that 48K a year is to his pocket. Now he's in profit 48K a year.
Okay.
At least Florida, he's in profit. That's what DeSantis is talking about trying to do.
In Florida, they got what's called the Homestead Act. Okay.
They got that in Arkansas too. You got to be 65.
No, the Homestead Act in Florida means if you buy your house for the first time in Florida, you won't be taxed on that property. You sell that property and you move on to your second property, you will start to be taxed. That's why it's called the Homestead Act. You know, they want people to come. When I get a house in Florida.
Yeah, in Arkansas, I think you got to be 65 to homestead.
Right. So, with the Homestead Act, I think that all states should have a Homestead Act. What happened was back in 2000. Before the housing bubble, people were flipping houses like doing shit, driving up the motherfucking prices of housing. That's what happened because of greed.
All right, Sue.
Because number one, they was always pushing, invest in housing and you'll become a millionaire. And then when people started trying to get greedy and had 8 houses, the price of the houses depreciated. They got stuck paying on notes that they couldn't afford no longer. And then they went broke. You see where I'm coming from? So when people go ahead and get greedy and exceed what the market can handle, the bubble box. The bubble, we going through it now. People are now, houses are depreciating and so forth. Yeah, because number one, you were so anxious to pay for overpriced cracker box. I'm talking from L.A. Get people, man. I see, plug. How much is your, ballpark figure? How much is your crib estimated the value?
$1. I got one of them $1 fixer uppers, man. $1. I'm in a mud hut.
How much land?
I'm in a mud hut.
How much land did you get to go with it?
None, man. I
Just
don't
the
got
body
a.
itself, or did you get some?
I don't got a back. I don't got. I walk outside and I'm in the road, man. I don't got nothing, Dorsey. Nothing, man. I'm in a mud hut right now.
Okay. But
You know I'm not finna tell these people my business on live. I'm not finna tell these people my business on live.
I know, but I'm just saying we know. I got a good idea, but you know, I'm just using it as look. If you ain't got the common sense to go outside the city and grab some of these old folks is dying off quick. That's why the bank was grabbing all that property. Because they was going to them auctions and they was going and grabbing them, repossessing homes and doing all kind of things at low cost. To be honest with you, a house is only worth $90,000, man. Keeping it real. Any house, if it's a 3-bedroom, nigga, that's a $90,000 house. That is not 100 because my house, when we first got it in Florida, was valued at $78,000, 3-bedroom, brand new roof, brand new appliances, remodeled totally on a nice piece of land. Okay, and our mortgage was $607 and $7 including the insurance. If Florida can go ahead and offer these type of prices, and Texas and Mississippi and all the places that y'all either call red or blue states, there are homes out there that's affordable to you young people. You just gotta, roll up your sleeves and fix them up. Everybody want a mansion. I don't understand this now. Everybody expects a mansion. You see what I'm coming, but you ain't got no money. So how you gonna say that? Now, for me, I got a couple of houses, and my family got 400 acres back here. My whole thing is, if I decided to go to the South, I would be set. I want to live in the South. I'd rather be out here in California. It would be like, why you would do this? Why don't you? Man, because I'm happy. Like I said, the pursuit of happiness, I caught that bitch. I ran with Nike. I'm walking around the flip-flops. I had Nikes on when I caught.
Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. Depending on where you go in Arkansas, in Texas, in Mississippi, Louisiana, whatever, you can get you a fixer-upper for 30, 25, 30,000. Put you that other 40, 50,000 into it and have you a nice 3-bedroom for 90,000, like Dorsey talking about. I'm just being real. You can. Like what he's saying is not a lie. It's all about location. Now the location, you might be a little bit away from something. You might not just be able to go outside and catch the city bus and nothing, but you can find you a fixer-upper for 25, 30, 35K and put that other 30, match it, the 35, 40K into fixing it up, and you can have you a nice home.
And then with the value of your home, you can go.
Especially if you're ready to get your hands dirty. If you're ready to get your hands dirty too. If you're ready to get your hands dirty and you know how to do something like put a little sheetrock up, you know what I'm saying, a little drywall up. You know how to go under there, fix your plumbing, do all the little extra shit, man. Yeah, you can get the damn job done. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's already wired good. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I salute you.
Plumbing good.
That's why I salute you, because you ain't no dummy. All these dummies out here chasing something that man, you can't even afford it. And why do you insist on trying to grab property in the most expensive cities in the world, where you can live outside the suburbs and commute, or catch a train, or do whatever it takes in order to just get to work? And that's what it is. Now, there was something else that I mentioned. Excuse me. Something else I mentioned. The different blue-collar workers don't apply to a lot of you people. A blue-collar worker back in the day was considered a person who was in a union. Steel workers, railwaymen, slaughterhouses, where men had to have skills or A hamburger flipper ain't no blue collar worker. They keep that real. So, you know, when they say to use the term blue collar, you're basically misleading people, because blue collar used to be union people. You know, it took my generation. We used to hear that all the time: white collar, blue collar. White collar was corporate people. Blue collar was people who was out there getting their hands dirty. You know, the home builders, the people who was in. And so, you know, until y'all, not y'all, until we, because I don't want to separate it. Until we come together and realize that, hey, we got to start doing some things ourselves, get our hands dirty to make the corrections here in America. I think every family should have a home. Every person should have a home. Now, whether it's one of them little mini houses or whatever you want to call it, tool shed, whatever, everybody should have the right to have shelter over their head and be out of the element. Now, whether you get electricity, I don't know, because, you know, you better build a fireplace. You know, that's all I'm saying, plug. You know, candles still work. You know, you can still walk your ass down to the creek, get water and pour it into the tank of the toilet and flush it. It's called survival. And that's one thing Dorsey know how to do, is survive. You were able to go ahead and save up your money and put your money into something. Half of you got gold chains, putting a down payment on a damn fixer-upper. Spent on platinum chains and watches and all that, man. You should have been thinking about. You remember what the rap game used to say? Don't put your money on a car. Get a house first.
Yeah.
Remember what they used to say back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole thing to them is, hey man, y'all better get y'all priorities straight. Well, got his priorities. I ain't trying to use you as no build up. But his children, he's fixing that house because of his children. It's just for him. It's because of his children. He wants them to have something when he passes away. He wants them to have a place over their head where nobody can come in and take away. Say you evict.
Man. Well, yeah, Dorsey, we finna get up out of here so I can put
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, salute you, and sorry about giving people asses last night. You know, Dorsey is that man, that old man who ain't got no filter. You feel what I'm saying? I'ma call it like I see it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, once again, this is the greatest show on YouTube.
What's up, Derek?
As far as I'm concerned, you're the man. You're the man in my book, because at least you tell them, I am not aligned with no political party. I am an independent. And see, a narrow-minded person would try to pigeonhole you. You see what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you say some old Republican shit. I ain't tripping.
I'm from the South. I mean, when it comes to family values, I am more conservative. Like when it comes to family values, like I've always said it.
I'm conservative when it comes to my kids. Now, what you do with your kids, that's your business. Learn about mine. I want mine to have good health and to have a good education. That's why I stress to y'all, that, man, y'all better get back into them school districts and go to them PTA meetings like my parents used to do and put these teachers in check. You know, that's one thing I do respect about them small communities where the whole town show up and say, we ain't with this LBGT, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, because that means that you've been paying attention to what's going on with your children. You know, that's all I'm saying. Hey, if you got kids, you better wake up, parents, and get involved. Kids gonna be like that kid out in Vegas, 3 o'clock in the morning, hustling, and 3-guard Molly. Yeah. Us who have traveled outside of our own domain have seen things, and we don't forget what we saw. Yeah, plug. Hey, man, have a great day, brother.
Rusty. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. You the real thing.
All right, now. All right, chat, man. We finna get up out of here. Yeah, man. I'm finna go get some stuff done today. I'm finna try to, get some stuff done today, man. I'm gonna go try to get that wax seal put in. I'm gonna get that floor. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in there, get that toilet clean, get the floor snatched out, new floor in, get a little divider, put that wax seal in, put that toilet back in, and then I gotta get a vanity. I might just sand that vanity I got down out there. I might just sand it down. I don't know yet. Alright, chat. I'll see y'all on that nighttime episode, man. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. And be sure to have all notifications on, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, have all notifications on so you don't miss us as soon as we go live tonight about 9:30. If you just now coming in a little bit late, go back and watch the replay, man. We had a nice episode, real good episode. Go back and watch the replay. Be sure to comment throughout, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us, and I'll see y'all on the next one, chat.